view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
Uno, dos, tres, 14. Turn it up, Captain.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yes, you're in The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Back at work, baby. After a nice weekend with an extra day off. Thank all the presidents and salute them. A lot going on in The Penthouse. Of course, we have one of the biggest events in our area going on this week. The Honda Classic. 11:45. That's right, 11:45. You know to set your clocks because we got a big giveaway for you. There's a new football league. Is anybody biting? Tiger had a decent weekend, and I hope you guys did too. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning. Happy Tuesday, everyone.
That's right. Happy Tuesday. 2 for Tuesday. Make it a fat Tuesday. You can get involved in the show, 877-927-6969.
It is Fat Tuesday.
It is Fat Tuesday.
Yeah.
Anything you want, or first subject today, is it okay to ask for a favor in a text? Like, and I mean tickets, not a ride to the airport or something like that. I mean something where, it's a decent favor. Tell us what you think about it. Is it okay to ask for a favor in a text? I say no. I think you should at least pick up the phone and talk to somebody. And if you want to ask Jimmy and I anything, you can. You could also email Jimmy at realradio921. Franny is out today. We'll be back with us tomorrow at the Honda. I will be checking the text line arbitrarily. So if you want to drop a text, you can also do that. Jimmy, how are you, buddy? How was the weekend?
All right, doing pretty good. Had a nice weekend. The wife and I went out to dinner. Had a nice little meal out.
Cool.
Treated ourselves a little bit. And I tell you something that I see this, and maybe I have a little better understanding of something. We watched Top Gun again, Top Gun Maverick. We watched it, and better the second time.
Oh, wow.
I liked it better the second time.
And you liked it the first time.
We liked it. I didn't think it was the greatest movie ever, right?
Okay.
As far as it getting the rave reviews that it did. But I tell you, I don't know if maybe it may just have to be with expectations because I already seen it, so I don't have any expectations seeing it the second time. And we watched it at home. The first time we did actually see it in theaters.
Yeah.
So, which was great. And seeing it at home was just as good.
But you got a huge TV.
Well, that helps too.
Yeah,
but there's still better sound in the theaters, right? And that's what I really wanted more for the theater experience was because of the sound.
Yeah. Now it's favorite. I think that and Elvis offshore to win the Best Picture.
Right.
Which is pretty amazing. I mean, because coming in, I don't know. I mean, not the first one did okay, but never in the realm of Best Picture. And that'd be great if he wins Best. He's not up for anything, but the film itself is up for Best Picture and a lot of in the background.
Cruise?
Tom Cruise, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's not up for Best Actor, but I know that a lot of different things in the movie are. But I mean, as far as favorites, he is the movie's up for an Oscar, and we'll see what happens with that. It should be interesting if it wins. I mean, that'd be amazing. A lot of people have said, you know what, it really brought back the movie industry. It helped so much because it wasn't like a Marvel movie, which are the only ones that seem to do, blockbuster numbers like this did. I think it was like what they say, $7 billion or something like that.
It was
crushed it.
Insane.
Yeah,
the amount
really
of money that it made was insane. And hey, great. You know, it's absolutely great. It was, it's a good patriotic movie. You know, bring people together.
Yeah, I mean, again, if you haven't seen it, check it out. I haven't seen it yet. I still want to go see it. I'll probably get it one night. But, I never thought it would be at that level to get Best Picture, which is amazing. Again, for him and a long time to make the remake. Almost, 20, 30 years? 30 years
Yeah,
late,
well,
right?
the first one was, in the 80s?
Yeah, so that's a long time.
It's been quite a while. 40 years. I think it's the longest. Sequel. It's a sequel. Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah, because it's part of the second story is part of the first. You don't have to know the first story to understand, this one. So, it is a sequel. So it would be on there. I saw a list of some of the worst sequels too. And
Yeah, there was a lot of them out there. I think, again, like you say, expectations high. People look at it, and sometimes they look at it, and they're like, nah.
yeah, I saw these. So what are some of the worst sequels that you've ever seen in a movie theater? Give us a call, 877-927-6969. Mental Floss came up with a list of the 25. I have a couple of them here, and a couple of these I can understand. But whoever came up with this list, again, it was Mental Floss, but the actual people that came up with this list, not a fan of the police academies because they made
Four or
out of the
five.
top, let's see, I've got the top 14 of them here.
There was a
And
ton of them.
1, 2, 3, 4 of them are Police Academy movies. So Police Academy 4 was number 6 on this list. Police Academy 5, 6, and Mission to Moscow, which I guess doesn't have a number. They were all on here. Not a big fan of those. Yeah, some of the worst sequels ever. Staying Alive is on this list.
Yeah.
From 1983. And Super Babies, Baby Genius 2 is on this list. Jaws Revenge is on this list too. And A Return to the Blue Lagoon. That was a pretty bad one. But yeah, give us a call, 877-927-6969. Worst movie sequel you ever saw.
Yeah, you guys can call us on that. You could also call us on when you need a favor, should you pick up the phone or is a text fine? And when I say, favor, I mean something, decent. Tickets, get me in someplace, whatever. I'm not talking about a ride to the airport.
Well, if you want, so I think that'll depend, right, on what it is.
Yeah.
And of course, I think age is. As much as I hate to say it, because the younger the generation does more text than anything, and they prefer it that way.
Yeah.
They prefer being texted.
Yeah.
Is that the right word? Texted?
Yeah.
For something like that versus, I think, the older generation. And that's just the way it is. Now, again, if you need to get into somebody and someplace, I think you need the conversation, right?
I do. I find it to be a little bit.
Well, you want it because you think that they owe it, right? And that's the way.
Yeah, I mean,
right.
especially if you don't talk to somebody for a while.
But from the standpoint, because you're looking at it from that side, and I get it. I'm not against you on it. My point is versus like if you need. Like, there's a lot more detail involved.
Yes.
I need you to get me into such and such a club, such and such a time, such and such a people are going to be there, this name, that name.
Yeah.
It's so much more detail-oriented. But then, now from your aspect of it is you should because it's the right thing to do.
I think so. Right. Yeah, especially if you don't talk to somebody for a while. You and me, it's different. We see each other. But you don't talk to somebody, like, say, a year. I talked to this one guy. I didn't talk to him. Last year, he texted me for Honda tickets. He texted me this morning. Hey, Greek, what's up, buddy? Can you get me some Honda tickets?
One day pass, all day pass, all weekend pass. It's for Bobby Mack.
I mean, pick up the phone.
It's not for me. It's Bobby Mack.
Pick up the phone.
I would never. Matter of fact, the one thing I will say, I am done asking people for favors. But the one thing that I will, if I was to, after a year. You don't talk to somebody and then you just randomly, like
today,
texting for a favor. Only your crew.
Just people I know. Yeah, it's just people I know.
Because I never hear these stories from anybody else. This only happens to you, and to me, it's just unbelievable.
Well, I also have a lot of connections.
I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine it.
Yeah.
I would never ask somebody for a favor that I haven't talked to in a year. That's insane. That's insane.
Well, I've seen him a couple times.
The stories that we hear from you and your friends and can't pick up a tab and all this stuff.
It's the way it is.
It's amazing. It's mind-boggling to me. I'll never get it.
And it's my fault, too. But if you guys have a question about it, let us know. An opinion, let us know about that. And also bad sequels Jimmy put up there, too. If you have any, let us know. The Rock was out this weekend kicking off the new XFL. I do know some people who did bet on it, crazy as that sounds. But I guess that's as crazy as preseason. But you do at least know preseason, certain players and certain things like that. The crowds were very small. But again, The Rock was there. He kicked it off. I don't know if it's going to do well or not. It may. Like I said to one of my buddies, it's like you have a favorite cigar and they don't have it, and you go get another cigar. You just get it. It's just something to, a little substitute.
Right. You said you watched some. I wanted to, and I just didn't. Again, it's out of sight, out of mind. It's not the NFL. That's my problem with it.
I watched it Saturday afternoon. I was out in the afternoon before I went out at Strikes, and they had it on, so it was on, so I consumed it, watched it. It wasn't,
okay.
Yeah, it wasn't, like, I didn't go home and watch it. It wasn't bad, but one of my buddies did have money on it. And so we did watch it. He said he's been reading, doing his research. Teddy gave us a game on it, too. So we'll see. I mean, if people bet it, then I think, you know what, it might pick up some speed and it might do okay. I'm sure the expectations are low for it. They got a couple names out there, a couple coaches that if you follow football, you know who they are.
Oh, okay. So they got some people from the NFL?
Yes.
Okay.
Some players, too, but some head coaches that Stoops is coaching. I forget.
Okay. All right.
For Oklahoma. There was another guy, Wayne Phillips is coaching. He was in the NFL for years. A couple ex-players, Rod Woodson.
Wayne Phillips, head coach of Bills, right?
Yeah.
That one? He was with Dallas, defensive coordinator for Dallas. Oh,
Yep.
okay, that one. All right, yep.
Rod Woodson, Heinz Ward.
Okay.
So they're all coaches.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, just some names you might, recognize.
Well, maybe that'll attract people to it then.
Yeah, it may. I mean, again, I watched the first game, whatever it was, after the Greek Fest. By the way, thanks for having us, and it was a great time right there. Food was unbelievable. I'm not a big person who's familiar with Greek food, even though I am the Greek. I was raised more on the Italian side, but it was good. It definitely was good, and we had a lot of fun. And thank you for having us. And again, they had so much food, wine, place was packed, vendors. It was a cool afternoon with your family or by yourself or whatever. But a lot of people there, and we definitely had a good time. Yeah, but it's different, the XFL. It's obviously it's not the NFL. People are talking about obviously the draft's coming up, the combine coming up. Those are interesting. I wanted to ask you a Yankee question that seems low to me. I heard of an under-over last night on Judge home runs this year. What do you think it is off the top of your head? Because I know you didn't look it up.
No, I didn't. So what? So this is what Vegas has it set out. You're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Over under. I think this is DraftKings. You'll probably get right on.
52.
Wow. No, 41.
41. Wow. Okay.
Now, he got a huge raise, and they're dropping him 20 points, 20 home runs,
Right.
and they're dropping his average like 16 points to 288. Like, will he bat over 288 or under?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing when you can bet on today? I mean, everything, the average home runs.
Actually, it is. Yeah, these prop bets are insane. I mean, again, we've talked about it a million times with the NFL. I mean, it's, the Super Bowl was where it was at with prop bets, and now they're just everywhere.
Because 41 over seems like he'd do it, don't you think?
I don't know. I would lean to the under. I would lean to the under. He got his contract. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's almost like magic every time. I love the Yankees. I'm a Judge fan. I mean, I love that kid. I really, really do. And I keep calling him a kid, even though he's not. He's 31, something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It just always seems to happen. Contract year, guys get that big money, and then their performance drops.
It is going to be interesting if he doesn't even hit 40, like around there. Because when my buddy told me, I thought it was what you said. I went upper 40s, 50. From 62.
Right.
I said that. I said, I don't think he's going to have the same year. Everything went his way. The Yankees have an adequate team. They're going to be able to pitch around him again. He got off to a great start last year. So I was like, Then when he told me 41, I'm like, oh, my God, that's like Robin. You got to bet the over. We'll probably end up with 39.
Yeah. 20. 21. And then also something like that. Has an average of like 187.
186 doesn't hit his
I
weight.
hate to say it, I do, because I don't want it to happen, obviously.
Yeah, but you never know. But also the thing is, one thing you can't account for is injuries. Somebody gets hurt.
Well, that's any bet, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can't. Yeah,
Nope.
I don't even think of that.
No. So I mean, he could get hurt, and then next thing, next thing you got a problem. 877-927-6969. You could also email Jimmy at realradio921.com. Should you have to call somebody for a favor, and worst sequels is on the table on a Tuesday, is it harder to come back to work after an extra day for most people? Does it even register in for you? Does it tougher? You're like, oh, my God. If you're partying all weekend long, then it's definitely harder. Let us know about that, too. You could bring that up or ask us anything you want. We're here to take your calls. Franny's out today. She'll be back with us tomorrow at the Honda. Honda kicks off on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'm sure it'll have good crowds. Tomorrow it's going to be interesting, and Thursday, and just a lot of fun. So if you've never been out there, it's something that I definitely recommend you try. It's a good time. We were giving off tickets the last couple weeks.
Well,
here's
here's something that was pretty wild, because we're used to seeing gators here in Florida.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Did you see this story, Greek? Who's not used to seeing them?
Where Brooklyn at?
Brooklyn. That's right. Brooklyn,
right.
New York.
Not at all.
Had a gator. The alligator was spotted floating in Brooklyn's Prospect Park lake in New York City. It was found near an area of the park where children like to play. I mean, you want to talk about scary. It is not clear how the alligator found its way to the lake, but they're thinking that it was somebody that owned it and they were just gotten rid of it, right?
Yeah.
And the release of animals in New York's park are illegal. The alligator is currently in rehabilitation in the Bronx Zoo, so they were able to save it. But yeah, it was like 4 foot long gator just strolling around, and they saw this thing. It was actually semi-injured, if you want to call it that, because obviously the water is so cold up there.
Yeah.
They're just not used to it.
Yeah.
And they were able to revive it at the Bronx Zoo and get it back to health. Looks like they're going to be. But could you imagine that? I mean,
Brooklyn? Oh, yeah. Down here, it's still a surprise when you see one. You know what I mean? We're used to it.
That unfortunate case in Fort Pierce where a lady lost her life over the weekend
I didn't see that.
from a gator. Yeah, I think it was like an 8 foot. It was a big one. She was walking her dog and. Let's just say she lost the battle. Dog survived, but I didn't get too many of the details on it.
That's a shame.
Yeah, super shame. But we just seem to be more and more. There's a video that was going viral over the weekend of a guy, and again, this had to be photoshopped. It had to be. But this dude's teeing off on a golf course, and there's like a 6 foot gator right in front of him.
Really?
And he just tees off and walks on as if nothing happened.
Oh, my God.
Had to be photoshopped.
Oh, God,
I can't imagine anybody on a golf. I mean, we see him, we stay away from him.
Sure.
On the golf.
Walk the other way.
They go on golf courses all the time, right?
Yeah.
But typically, nobody's going to play through.
Excuse me, I'm having a great day.
Excuse me, Mr. Gator, is that a Titleist over there?
Yeah, I'm having a great day. Golfers, though, are obsessed. You never know. If he wasn't having a good day, he might think going to play through.
I'm having the best game of my life.
Just like in Caddyshack with the guy at the Lightning. I'm not breaking this up. Yeah, I would definitely go the other way. There's no doubt about it. I think I'd be walking the other way. I'm out. But in Brooklyn to see an alligator, oh my God,
that's insane.
Oh yeah,
absolutely insane.
I mean, everything goes down there. It's crazy. I mean, Brooklyn. There's certain areas down there. The dogs carry guns.
Yeah, well, I think the gator almost got mugged for a belt.
Probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Look out.
It would have been in the flea market in 2 hours.
Look, a new pair of shoes.
That's right. Pocketbook, shoes, bag, everything. Belt. Yeah, he wouldn't have lasted long there up in Brooklyn. Yeah, that is crazy when you see something like that. And we did find out, well, we knew this, but Jimmy Kimmel is going to host the Oscars, by the way. It'll be his third time. How do you think they handle the Oscars? They'll mention it?
The slap? Oh, yeah. Well, if they're smart, they will.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll play it off. Or, yeah, because Kimmel can get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Kimmel can get away with making a joke about it. Or maybe make a joke that, like, references it, but it doesn't actually say it.
Okay.
And I can see him doing it. He'll get away with that. He wouldn't have any trouble with that. And hey, we're a year after it. Let's make fun of it. Chris Rock's already made fun of it. He made fun of it 3 weeks after it happened.
Yep.
He was doing a comedy tour, and he brought it up and made jokes about it.
Well, it helped their ratings definitely last year.
Yep.
It is the Penthouse. We'll come back, talk about that. We'll come back with This Day in History, a trifecta, and so much more on a Fat Tuesday. We'll be back. Peace.
Think we're just in your car? Think again. Anytime, anywhere. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Why would what you say?
Real Radio welcomes Dave Matthews Band with 2 big shows.
July 28th and 29th at I Think Financial Amphitheater as part of the Ford Concert Series.
Hey, this is Dave Matthews.
And Real Radio has your shot to score a pair of tickets to the show at realradio921.com/contest.
You can buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster.com, but why not win them from us?
Thank you very, very much. We had a great time here.
Register now at realradio921.com/contest.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another cool start to our morning on this Tuesday. Temperatures are in the 60s as you head out the door. A calm west wind around 5 miles per hour. Seeing a little inland fog develop in a couple of spots, but most of us are waking up to dry conditions with partly cloudy to mostly clear skies. It's another warm afternoon. Will be sunny. Temperatures are back in the upper 80s.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Hey, it's a Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach. The best view in Palm Beach are the ladies at Monroe's. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, 7 days a week. And Saturday, February 25th, it's Monroe's Golf Classic After Party, 10K Challenge. Putt for a chance to win $10,000. Now that's a hole-in-one, baby. It's Monroe's at Palm Beach. The best ladies are always at Monroe's, 7 days a week. Peace.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get the power of doing it right. Detailed project proposals, excellent customer service, and trusted professionals who get the job done on time and on budget. The power of experience. We're kings of the scaffolding and pros with the stucco. We've been there, done that. Get your project started at CertaPro.com and get the power of pro.
CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
GiveMeTheVin.com is America's best car buyer, paying top dollar for your car, truck, sports car, exotic. What are you waiting for? We want to buy your car right now. Find out why thousands of satisfied customers across the United States put more money in their pocket by going to GiveMeTheVin.com. I told my buyers, let's get them bought. Right now is the time to go.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes. Quick and easy. And soon, you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers and voiced by real native speakers. Each lesson is like living in another country for 15 minutes.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was starting to speak in another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than Babbel.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Today, we're the largest injury firm in the world, and I'm thankful to you for trusting us all these years. We'll always be here for the people, not the powerful. We'll always be here for you. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarding.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment taxes and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy customer.
Patriot Software Accounting is amazing. I was able to see where's all my expenses going, where's the revenue, which month had more revenue. I definitely recommend it to you guys who are a small business and need to record your expenses. And they just make it so easy. I was like, wow. Affordable and easy to use. I have recommended it to colleagues.
Easy to learn, easy to use. Small business software tailored just for you.
Visit us at patriotsoftware.com. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Nothing is more comforting than a box of Girl Scout cookies when you're thousands of miles away. Give to the Girl Scout Cookies for the Military campaign and give our soldiers a taste of home to show you care. To donate, visit cookiesforthemilitary.org.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. In office, West Palm Beach.
Hayes the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. The Penthouse will be live Wednesday and Thursday at the Honda Classic at Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Stop by and say hi, enjoy the golf, and have a Tito's on me. Woo-hoo! It's a great day of fun, enjoyment, and of course you got golf. And you'll have Tito's. Tito's Handmade Vodka, top shelf of all vodkas. Honda Classic and Tito's, that sounds like a perfect parlay.
The 2023 Honda Classic is back this month, coming February 23rd through February 26th. The Honda Classic is the premier sporting and social event of the season. The world's best golfers swing into action on PGA Nationals Champion Course, featuring one of the most exciting and intimidating 3 holes on the PGA Tour, known as the Bear Trap. Don't miss the week of fun. There's something for everyone, from public activations, evening concerts, fireworks spectaculars, and so much more. For tickets, visit thehondaclassic.com. That's thehondaclassic.com.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
95 northbound just south of North Lake. Still a crash off to the shoulder getting cleared away, but things are looking pretty good now along 95 and the Turnpike as well. We're not seeing any major tie-ups there. And elsewhere, just some typical slowdowns for this time of the day. I'm Joel Malk.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is here. Shop and save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get a $300 instant gift, good towards sleep accessories. Find your dream bed at Mattress Firm. Then cozy up on your new bed. Because there's nothing better than staying in.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
What's up, Penthouse? Not sure if you're actually live today since you fooled us yesterday. At least you fooled me. Anyway, yeah, Greek is looking at it the wrong way. When you hear from someone asking for something that you haven't heard in for a year, think of it like, I don't know, your birthday. They're touching base to say hi, but they also want a gift from you instead of the reverse. You know, it's one way to keep in touch, brother. Yeah, look at it that way.
I think for a sequel to be considered bad, the first movie has to be at least halfway decent. So I'm not going to choose any of the Sharknadoes because those are just all terrible. But I think National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure, when they all get shipwrecked on an island, was absolutely horrible. Then Gremlins 2 and Airplane 2. The jokes were just terrible in Airplane 2. So those are my choices.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Fat Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day and had a good weekend. Don't forget, you go to our website, check out Real TV, and see us in studio. That is sponsored by Monroe's of Palm Beach. And Monroe's of Palm Beach, this Saturday night, your chance to win $10,000 in a putt competition. Who doesn't want to try to win 10 G's? It's the golf weekend down here in South Florida, so make sure you stop by Monroe's. Have a good time. Open till 5 a.m. Franny is out today. She'll be back with us tomorrow at the Honda. Jimmy is here.
Hello and good morning.
And it's time for This Day in History and a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's trifecta.
Can you feel the love? We'll see if it hits South Beach. Kevin Love is going to join the Miami Heat. Played with the Cavaliers for 9 years. Helped win a championship. Has not been up to par the last couple of years, but maybe he could add to the front court of Miami. He's going to join the Heat. Miami is 32-17 for the year, so having a good year. 32-27, excuse me, not 32-17. Having a decent year in the playoff hunt. I think they're sixth in the East, so maybe Kevin Love can add a little. I don't know if it's going to be a big difference, but we'll see. Carr visited the Jets. And maybe he ends up in the Big Apple. The Saints are interested in him. The Jets are interested in him. There's a couple other teams, Carolina. But he did visit the Jets over the weekend. People are speculating where he's going to go. Is it going to happen? Are they going to wait for Rodgers? I don't know. Jets have a good team. They really do. Are they a powerhouse? No. Can they get to the playoffs? Maybe with a good quarterback. But do you wait for Rodgers? That's the whole thing people are saying. Because Rodgers can maybe get them in the playoffs and definitely compete with Burrow and obviously Allen and Mahomes. Not beat them, but compete. And you never know with Rodgers. Is Carr good enough? His percentage last year as far as completions was not high. But Carr did visit, and you're going to hear a lot of NFL news with that carousel of quarterbacks. Where they land up, we don't know. So Tom Brady decided to skip a year, and Greg Olson, we talked about, is happy. Greg Olson makes $10 million a year because he's the first team on Fox. $10 million a year to work really 16 weeks, maybe some playoffs, a Super Bowl, and that's what he gets. But if he goes to the number 2 team on Fox, Jimmy, you want to guess what he goes to as far as salary from $10 million if he goes to the number 2?
$28 million?
He's making 10 as the number 1 team. So if he gets dropped, do you think he's going to get more?
Oh, no. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, if he drops to the number 2 team. The same, actually. It's his contract, right?
No, he gets dropped to $3 million a year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a big drop. That really is, from $10 million to $6 million, because then he's not going to be on all the primetime games with Fox.
Right.
He would be on the other ones. But he's going to start. It's $10 million a year, which is fantastic. But if Brady comes, and he goes, I'm not rolling over for Brady. Brady's going to have to earn it. I got news for Greg Olson. If Brady comes back, you're going to number 2. But we'll see what happens with Brady and him.
I'm surprised. I wouldn't even say anything. Because it just makes you look like a fool.
That's right. Just be quiet.
I hate to say it.
You're right.
I mean, you're talking about a guy that's never been in a broadcasting booth and have no idea what he's going to be like. He may be terrible. He may be great.
Yeah.
But
Olsen gets $10 million. That's a big pay cut. If he gets cut, he goes down to $3 million a year. We'll see what happens with him, but that's what happens if he goes from Fox's number 1 team. He did the Super Bowl to the number 2 team. And that is your first trifecta of the day. And now it's going to be This Day in History.
On this day in history.
Well, we're going to go back 157 years. In 1866, Lucy B. Hobbs Taylor became America's first female dentist. 145 years ago today, in 1878, in New Haven, Connecticut, the first telephone directory was issued. It contained 50 phone numbers, 11 homes, 38 businesses, and, of course, the police department. 138 years ago today, in 1885, the Washington Monument, built in honor of America's Revolutionary War hero and first president, was dedicated in Washington, D.C. 92 years ago today, in 1931, Alka-Seltzer was first introduced. Did you know this? Apparently, this was something that he did for a living. Juliana Margulies, her father came up with the Plop Plop Fizz Fizz Cam campaign for Alka-Seltzer.
And that went on for years.
Oh, yeah. 76 years ago today, in 1947, Edwin H. Land demonstrated the first self-developing instant camera. It produced a black and white photograph in 60 seconds, and he called it, of course, the Polaroid. 6 seconds later, he invented instant amateur pornography. Huh, what a coincidence.
Wow.
How about that? 75 years ago today, 1948, NASCAR was formed. 58 years ago today, in 1965, Malcolm X was assassinated. Alleged by rivals from the Nation of Islam, he was only 39. He was shot in the chest with a sawed-off shotgun, while two other men fired semi-automatic handguns. The autopsy identified 21 gunshot wounds in total. 57 years ago today, 1966, 1 Million Years BC, starring Raquel Welch, was released in the U.S. How about that, on almost the anniversary of her passing last week.
That's a shame.
55 years ago today, 1968, the minimum annual salary for Major League Baseball players became...
$100,000?
$10,000.
Wow, 10 grand.
This was in 68. That's it. You know what it is this year? Well, you probably know. The minimum annual salary for Major League Baseball players this year is $700,000. Think they can make it?
I don't know. It's going to be tough. Gas is bad. Sunfest tickets.
53 years ago today, in 1970, the Jackson 5 debuted on American Bandstand. Remember that with Dick Clark?
Yep.
You a fan of that?
Yeah, I remember it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, vaguely, but I do remember it. I mean, that was on for a long time, right?
Yeah. 42 years ago today, 1981, Dolly Parton's 9 to 5 hit number one on the pop chart. 31 years ago today, in 1992, remember these names? Christy Yamaguchi won the gold medal in women's figure skating. Midori Ito of Japan won silver, and Nancy Kerrigan got bronze. Finally, on this day, 28 years ago, in 1995, with no fears of being shot down, businessman and adventurer Steve Fawcett became the first person to fly solo across the Pacific Ocean in a balloon. It was the first of his many aviation records. And that's what happened on this day in our history.
Thank you, Jimmy. Great job. As always, we do it once a show to reflect on the day we're in. And maybe it brings back some good memories or bad. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Sequels is on the line. And should somebody call you or is texting fine if they need a favor, you can also email Jimmy at realradio921.
Now, you know what? One of my least liked sequels, or what I thought was one of the worst sequels ever to be filmed, comes off of one of the greatest movies I ever liked, which was Caddyshack. And Caddyshack 2 was terrible. The one with Jackie Mason.
Yeah.
Oh, that thing was a stinker.
Because the first one was so good.
Well, that's the thing, right?
Yeah,
you want to talk about having high expectations.
Yeah. The first one was awesome. I mean, it really was.
And we got this email in, Jimmy at realradio921.com, talking about as far as the favors you had mentioned about whether somebody should text
or
call to ask for a favor. Chris, our friend, writes in, and he says, as far as asking Greek for favors, I remember one story Johnny told. Johnny's the former host of the Penthouse, where someone was standing around and some guy called him and asked for 20 grand.
Yes.
So, that took a lot of nerve he's saying here. And could you elaborate on that story? I don't remember that one myself.
It was a Saturday morning. We were doing a locker room, and I got a text message from somebody who was asking me for $20,000. And Johnny wasn't looking. He was sitting next to me, and it just popped up. And we laughed about it. And Johnny was cracking up because this guy is texting you for 20, asking you for money.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's just like I think Jimmy hits it right on the head with everything as far as generational. And, it's no big deal. I think people always come to me for tickets and stuff because they know I get a lot of them. So it's like, hey, no big deal. Can you get me tickets? Or different things like that. But to me, it's like, pick up the phone. I'm talking more of guys that I know. You know what I mean? People I know, girls I know, stuff like that. I like those tickets. Like, can you give me tickets for Billy Joel? I want to take my my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I would love to.
Yeah. I think it's easier for people to do. I think they feel it's easier to do it without the feeling sheepish about it. I think that's part of it too, right?
Yeah.
Probably the one I kind of lied earlier when I said I don't ask for favors. I asked for a couple of St. Lucie County Fair tickets this year through the company, and the person that I did, the person that I asked, I think would prefer if I just send a quick text.
Yeah. But that's different because you're a different kind of person. These are people like with me, like I said, they only know once a year. Pick up the phone. To me, you could call somebody during the year like that. But the guys, I get it. I know who he is. I like to bust his chops. And he's like, good thing you keep your cell number the same. I said, yeah, good thing. I really appreciate that. I'll let you know. But, everybody's different. Everybody's got different thoughts. If you got an opinion on it, let us know. I would pick up the phone. But again, like Jimmy said, if you're a little bit older, you might think different. We were talking about the Oscars and Jimmy Kimmel going to host for the third time. Do you think he brings the slap up? Jimmy feels he brings it up, but in a tongue-in-cheek way. No, sorry.
There it is.
There it is.
Yeah, they asked me for that audio. You think they might bring it up?
I think they will.
What do you think? You think he brings it up?
Do you think he even mentions his name? Like, you think he even says, well, Will Smith's not here tonight, and or not even.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think it's a very good possibility that they make complete fun of it.
Yeah. They should. Like, it's out there because everybody who's watching, everybody who's there, anybody who has anything to do with the Oscars, it's on your mind.
I mean, it's not too soon.
No, it's not too soon. It's a year. Text.
I mean, the one guy that could get away with anything, right, was Chris.
Yeah,
Chris Rock himself,
sure.
right?
He
did right away. He was already
3
making
weeks
fun
later.
of it.
Yeah.
And he's the one that I guess if you want to say if it's politically correct would be able to do that, right? Well, it's been a year, and I know Jimmy Kimmel enough to know that I think that he would bring it up, and he would bring up Will Smith, something like that. Like, you don't have to worry about something. Will isn't here, or whatever. Some sort of joke that way.
Yeah, you might say something like, a lot of people couldn't make it tonight because of scheduling. Will Smith, something like that. Something like that. Chris Rock is going to be, he couldn't make it either. They're working on a pay-per-view situation. Who knows? But I think it will be mentioned.
He's going to star in Creed 4. Something
Creed
along
4,
those
nice.
lines.
Oh, my God. Creed 4.
Talk about movie sequels. How many has that got? Because isn't 3 coming out in theaters soon?
Yep. 3 is coming out. I watched 1 and 2.
Did you like them?
Yeah, they weren't bad. I mean, I watched them, just watched them. Like, I was home and they were on.
Right.
I didn't go to the movies, but I didn't think they were bad. I didn't expect much, and I didn't think they were bad. There was one that was funny because now I live in a building in an apartment, and he asked this girl out. He knocked on her door, and I thought it was funny because it just reminds me of stuff now when you're in an apartment, and he just knocked on her door, and he started talking to her. He said, you want to get some lunch or something? And she goes, this is how you ask people out? You knock on her door?
Door to door, yeah.
Hey, what's that?
There's 100 apartments. Somebody's got to say yes.
Odds are.
Might be a dude, but hey, what the hell?
Take a shot.
Why not?
Shooter's got to shoot. So I had
I haven't seen any of the Creeds yet, and I want to. It's not that I haven't for any particular reason. I just haven't seen them yet. So.
Yeah, it's a good storyline. He's Apollo's son. That Apollo had out of an affair. Rocky's in it.
Right.
I don't know if Rocky's in 3. I know he's in 1 and 2. I thought it was good. Again,
they aren't his creations. They aren't Stallone's movies.
I don't know, Jim.
Like he directed them like the others.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe because he's in it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the kid comes back and he wants Rocky to teach him how to box and train. And Rocky's like, I don't want to do it. And there's a little bit of a generation thing where he's like, I'm going to give you this, workout. And he's writing it down. Rocky's writing it down. And he just takes a picture of it. And Rocky's like, what, open his phone. He goes, I got it. It's in the cloud. And Rocky's like, what cloud?
Yeah.
But, I thought it was good. Again, when I watched it again, I liked it. Then he hooks up with this girl who lives next to him downstairs, and they end up going out together, and they end up getting married, the whole thing. But it was cool. But it was something like I probably would do.
Spoiler alert. But there's boxing in it, too.
Yeah, he wins the first fight. I'm saving you money.
I think we pretty much know how all those movies go.
Yeah. They're not going to lose.
But you still have to watch them. It's like, we knew each one. Right?
Titanic. You knew the boat was sinking.
Still going to sink.
I mean, what was a bigger thing? The boat sinking or her screwing him on the door?
That did pretty good. Screwing him on the door. And you know what? That son of a gun, he keeps going back and forth of whether or not that Leo could have fit on that door or not. Because he posted something, was it last week we were reading? Yeah. He said that they did some test and he could have fit on the door.
She was talking about a couple weeks ago.
It's not a door, it's debris, but we call it a door.
Because there's a door or whatever. But she was talking a couple of weeks ago. I saw an article with her in an interview where her dress got stuck on one of the things and she almost drowned in one of the scenes.
Oh, in real life? Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was just how everybody was sick because of the water and hours sitting in it. And obviously, and in the certain way that he wanted, obviously he's a perfectionist. We know this. But, the scene with the door, I think, just became as famous because everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
The woman screws the guy.
I think it's taken on a life of its own.
Oh, definitely.
It seems to be growing and growing. For a movie that's been around for, 20-something years?
Yeah. There's no doubt
25 years. When we just had the release of it a couple weeks ago. They re-released it in the theaters for everybody, and I think it was like the 25th anniversary of it or something like that.
And everybody has a debate of what should have happened. She did nothing wrong. You see Leo going underwater. I mean, come on, save the guy.
Yeah.
Come on,
hold on to him. Something.
Jesus, like a bad divorce. He's going under. And she's like, "Oh, sorry, I can't help it. There was room. Make some room for the poor guy." But yeah, Jimmy Kimmel hosting the third Oscars. That's coming up, and we'll see how he does. I'm sure he'll be fine, and he always crushes it. He's funny. He has that dry humor sometimes. He gets it in there. But I think it'll be a quick thing about Will Smith, and then it'll just move on. 877-927-6969. You can call up. Again, sequels. Should people have to call you for a favor, or is it text fine today? Also, we could call up about, is it tougher to come back to work after you have a long weekend? Is that third day where you're like, man, it is tough. If you partied, it is, obviously. If you didn't, then you're like, okay. Some people miss work. They want to get back. Some people don't want to be home. That's another thing. Some people are like, hey, you know what? I want to get back to work. You guys let us know how you feel and what's going on. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Jimmy, what do we got coming up with some Florida stories?
We do, yeah. We got a woman who thought it would be a good idea to drive the wrong way on a road, and some idiots, left their kids in cars. All that and much more coming up on What the Florida on the other side of this short break here on Real Radio.
Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is here. Shop and save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get a $300 instant gift, good towards sleep accessories. Find your dream bed at Mattress Firm. Then cozy up on your new bed, because there's nothing better than staying in.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
Is the cost of medication stopping you from getting ED treatment? At 4hims.com/radio, you can get access to trusted, effective ED treatments for 95% off the typical price. Through HIMS, a licensed medical provider can prescribe the generic versions of Viagra, Cialis, and other name brand ED treatments at up to 95% off. Trusted ED treatments for a fraction of the price. Simple, affordable, totally online access to ED treatment with no insurance required starts at 4hims.com/radio. No more doctor's offices, no more copays, and no more trips to the pharmacy. If prescribed, your order ships directly to you for free in discreet packaging. ED treatment that's 95% less expensive so you can get back to feeling 100% like yourself. Start your free visit today at 4hims.com/radio. That's FORHIMS.com/RADIO for your free visit. 4hims.com/radio.
Was your home built before 2002? If so, it might not be up to today's hurricane codes. The My Safe Florida Home Program is providing eligible homeowners with a free home wind mitigation inspection. Professional wind mitigation inspectors will inspect your home and help put together a detailed plan of home strengthening, recommendations to better mitigate against future wind damage. Go to mysafeflhome.com to book your free wind mitigation inspection. mysafeflhome.com. Stronger homes, safer Florida.
Even though the holiday all about love has come and gone, does not mean that you should not love others and yourself all year round. Hey, this is Franny, and I have the perfect idea for showing that love. Go and treat yourself or a loved one at Begin Anew Med Spa. From luxurious facials to a little bit more extensive acne scar removal treatment and microneedling, they have it. We all want to look and feel our best, and for most, hair loss can really bring down one's confidence. Well, Begin Anew has PRP hair restoration to bring back that confidence. But maybe you're content with how you look physically, but you could use a boost internally. I know I did, so I got in their optimal wellness plan and was prescribed peptides. And I am telling you, these are the fountain of youth in a little bottle. My energy has increased, my gut health is in check, my skin has never looked better, and it has absolutely brought out my muscle definition. Begin Anew is Jupiter's premier luxury med spa for a reason. Check them out today and see their February specials. Plus, you can book that consultation at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. Smart is protecting our community, today and tomorrow.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
We know that aging is not for the faint of heart, but the Landing of Lake Worth celebrates the rewards of aging and tackles the challenges head on. We believe life should be joyful at every stage, so we have a unique focus on wellness of mind, body, and spirit, bringing an unparalleled sense of optimism to residents and their families. Come home to personalized assisted living and memory care services at the Landing of Lake Worth, where happiness never grows old. Visit thelandingoflakeworth.com for more information. That's thelandingoflakeworth.com.
Hey, it's Megan. The other day, I was in the liquor store picking up my favorite spirit, Knox & Dunn Florida Rum, when someone asked me what makes Knox & Dunn different from other rums. Everything. Knox & Dunn Florida Rum is made in Florida and no extra colors or flavors are added, so it gets its flavor straight from the bourbon barrels the rum is aged in. And it's made with real Florida sugarcane and distilled, aged, and perfectly blended right here in our Sunshine State. So head over to your favorite liquor store and ask them for a bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. If they don't have it, tell them you want them to carry Florida's fastest growing local craft spirit. And thank me later.
Alphabet Boys is a new podcast series that goes inside undercover investigations. In the first season, we're diving into an FBI investigation of the 2020 protests. It involves a cigar-smoking mystery man who drives a silver hearse.
And inside this hearse was like a lot of guns.
But are federal agents catching bad guys or creating them?
He was just waiting for me to set the date, the time, and then for sure he was trying to get it to happen.
Listen to Alphabet Boys on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
All the radio stations you love, every playlist to match your mood, the podcasts that everyone's talking about. If it's on the iHeartRadio app, it's free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
Oh, it's doing great. I've been on it now for about 3.5 years. I've lost 67 pounds, and I feel better than I did at age 40. The only thing I'm just getting older. That's the only thing that doesn't stop. Other than that, I feel good.
Listen, we're all getting older, but that doesn't mean you have to feel your age. Are you ready to turn back the clock? It's 2023, and there's never been a better time to start looking and feeling young again. Introducing Andro400.com. Andro400.com has proven solutions to melt belly fat, increase mood and memory, increase energy, and bring that spark back to your love life. Visit Andro400.com or call 888-400-0435 to see which product is right for you. Try the safe and natural way to start feeling and looking your best. And there's nothing to lose with an industry-leading 90-day money-back guarantee. Visit Andro400.com or call 888-400-0435.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
We've got some debris in the road. West Palm, this is on the southbound entrance ramp to 95 from 45th Street, so just watch out for that. We don't have any accidents now along 95 anywhere, though, in Palm Beach County. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Fat Tuesday, baby. Hope you guys had a good weekend and getting ready for a good week. And the Honda Classic is in town. Francis is out today. She'll be back with us tomorrow at the Tito Steelhouse Lounge at the Honda. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And I think it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say
Florida.
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, here's 3 stories that are going to make you go WTF. We'll start out with this person. A Florida woman has been charged with aggravated battery after deputies say she deliberately drove into oncoming traffic, which shockingly led to a crash. Multiple witnesses told the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office that 20-year-old Anessa Gines was speeding in her Nissan Sentra through Highway 98 at around 1 p.m. on Saturday. Deputies say Gines was driving the wrong way, deliberately swerving, trying to collide with oncoming traffic. Eventually, Gines slammed into a Toyota driven by a 71-year-old gentleman who fortunately did suffer some injuries, but not life-threatening. An off-duty police deputy tried to stop her and detain her, but she began to run away. When he grabbed Gines and asked, "What are you doing?" and she said, "Why are you touching me?" he replied, "Because you're trying to kill somebody." The deputy said Gines showed no sympathy. Instead, she blamed the other drivers, saying it was their bad. She's been charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and resisting an officer. Next up on What the Florida, a man and a woman were arrested after investigators say the pair left 2 small children under the age of 2 in a running vehicle to go shopping in a Walmart in Boynton Beach.
Why?
Delva Clairvoyant, 33, and 28-year-old Shelda Inicus were charged with 2 counts of child neglect and 2 counts of leaving children unattended or unsupervised in a motor vehicle. Officers responded to a call from a woman who alerted the Boynton Police Department that there were 2 small children left unattended in a black 2021 Toyota Highlander. The 2 children were not in distress, fortunately, but the Boynton Beach Fire Rescue did contact them and make sure that everything was okay with the kids as precautionary measure. The report states that the vehicle was unlocked, and within the vehicle they found a wallet with the license belonging to Clairvoyant. Officers made multiple attempts and were finally able to get in touch with them. According to the arrest report, Inicus said that they arrived at Walmart, the children were sleeping, and they didn't want to wake them.
Oh my God.
That's a great reason to leave your kids in the car.
And you hear it all the time with different things. I think the worst one we ever heard, remember Fanny was talking about some lady went to a casino?
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking? You can't leave kids alone.
Finally, on What the Florida, a man is behind bars after police said he exposed himself to a woman. All right, we got another winner. This happened back in January. A woman was in front of E.R. Bradley's. According to the arrest affidavit, she noticed a gray 4-door vehicle driving slowly near her. The vehicle eventually stopped, and the driver, now identified as Rakeem Williams, 28, called out to her and said, "Oh, girl."
That was pretty good.
That's when the victim noticed William had his pants off and he was pleasuring himself. According to the police with the West Palm Beach Police Department, the victim began recording, causing Williams to drive away. After further investigation, police were able to identify the suspect and had the victim identify him in a photo lineup. Police also obtained video surveillance from E.R. Bradley's and found that Williams deliberately stopped by the victim as there was no cars in front of him, giving him a reason to stop. Williams was arrested and charged with 1 count of exposure of sexual organs. And there's some What the Florida stories to make you scratch your head for today, huh?
Yeah, not good. A lot of them we do are just not great. Some of them are crazy and some of them are unusual, and you guys always giving to us. E.R. Bradley's good pretzels, by the way. I just want to say that. I do rate the pretzels around here. And I did have one the other night in Boca. I'm trying to think of the place. Oh, the Beer Garden in Boca. Big pretzel. That was good, too. It is the Penthouse. It's Jimmy and myself. Franny's out. We're going to come back, talk a little Tiger Woods. Was it good this weekend or bad? It is the Penthouse. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
And they said 1 in 7 men and 1 in 10 women in the United States don't have a single friend.
Do you think any of this group of people would make a good radio host? Because, like, you of the three of us are the closest to having no friends.
Oh, wow.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
This just in, Palm Beach Harley needs used inventory, and they're giving 115% of Kelly Blue Book value in trading for a new Harley this week. Palm Beach Harley has finance specialists on site to help get you approved. Whether good credit, bad credit, or no credit, they can help. They'll trade anything, bikes, cars, RVs, and more, because it's worth more at Palm Beach Harley. If you owe way too much in your trade, get 115% of Kelly Blue Book trade value right now at Palm Beach Harley.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
I thought learning a language would be too much work, but Babbel makes learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, and soon you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
Babbel isn't robots talking. You learn words and phrases from real native speakers. I was ready for real-life conversations in just a few weeks. So easy.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Good Greek, moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Hayes the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. The Penthouse will be live Wednesday and Thursday at the Honda Classic at Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Stop by and say hi, enjoy the golf, and have a Tito's on me. Woo-hoo! It's a great day of fun, enjoyment, and of course you got golf. And you'll have Tito's. Tito's Handmade Vodka, top shelf of all vodkas. Honda Classic and Tito's, that sounds like a perfect parlay.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure. Storm Smart's here to stay. Smart is protecting our community today and tomorrow. Storm Smart.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, more clients hired Morgan & Morgan than ever before. We now have more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world, protecting America, fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
We have a crash in Delray Beach causing some problems, injuries involved, and lanes blocked as well. This is 95 northbound, just north of Linton Boulevard. So expect some delays if you are heading into that area, or avoid it if you can. Some debris in the road, still southbound entrance ramp to 95 from 45th Street. Turnpike is looking good. I'm Joel Mount.
This report is sponsored by Tri-County Metals.
Value, beauty, protection. 3 things that a metal roof from Tri-County Metals will add to your home. With over 50 color options, you will be sure to find the right look for your home. Learn more at TriCountyMetals.com. That's TriCountyMetals.com.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all.
iHeartRadio.
Access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's Ryan Seacrest. I go by the name of Charlamagne the God.
Hi, I'm Ellen K.
Bobby Bones here.
Hola, soy Enrique Santos. Access to all of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music. The best songs.
A little bit of everything.
Access to all of the great podcasts for every interest.
The Stuff You Should Know podcast. The Daily Show podcast. The Herd with Colin Cowherd.
And best of all, it doesn't cost a thing. Download the absolutely free iHeartRadio app now.
Our iHeartRadio podcast awards are back.
It's the biggest night of the year for podcast fans.
Get ready to celebrate your favorites. Head to iHeart.com/podcast awards to check out the nominees for Podcast of the Year, Best Comedy, Crime, News, Sports, and more. Tuesday, March 14th, join us for our 2023 iHeartRadio Podcast Awards.
Thank you.
Audible is the proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. From groundbreaking originals to best-selling audiobooks and the best and latest in podcasts, you'll find your next obsession at Audible, the home of storytelling. Try Audible free. Sign up at audible.com.
Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, what's up, Penthouse? Hey, Greek, in all fairness, the people that are texting you for favors, I think they're actually doing it because you will forget otherwise. If they just call you and ask you, you end up forgetting. This way, at least they have a paper trail or a electronic trail, you know? So I think they're doing you a favor, actually, by texting you.
AOG, it's Christopher from the Bada Bing. I gotta tell you, your mother was genius when she came up with that idea to give that kid at the water department an extra nickel to keep the sprinklers on the night before the Super Bowl. Perfect. Slowed down everybody. But we gotta tell this ref, he's gotta come up with another phantom call. This one at 147, and then at last year's Super Bowl, 154, and the Bengals-Rams game pulled the same one on Cooper Kupp. He's gotta switch it up a little bit.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Got to switch it up a little. Can't go back to the wells, do the same trick all the time. Got to change things around. It is The Penthouse. Don't forget the Honda Classic. We're going to be live tomorrow at Stillhouse Lounge with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Of course, we're excited to be there. Always great to be with Tito's, our partner for years. But we're giving away tickets at 11:45 to the Honda Classic. He said, she said, or was it he said? You guys are going to have to figure that out. You're going to have a choice between Jimmy, Francis, and Greek on a quote. Also, Tiger Woods played this weekend, and he made the cut, which you could bet on, and people did over the weekend. And he did okay. I mean, for Tiger, finished out the whole course. He did say that he's going to play the majors and a couple other events. You think, Jimmy, does this help Tiger's cause, or does it hurt him when he plays and does, finishes maybe in the top 50 of all these tournaments? In your opinion?
It's all right, as long as he finishes. I think last year when he wasn't even able to finish, I think that, I don't know. Can you hurt his reputation?
I don't think so.
I think he had more hurt from the tampon joke.
Yeah, you're right.
He'll get more, because of the backlash that he'll get from people on that. I think is worse than him, finishing lower in the seating here. I'm just trying to look up real quick where he did end up.
I think it was in the late 40s or 50s. Yeah. I could be mistaken. Yeah, the tampon thing was it was a joke, and some people got offended. I understand that. He apologized.
He's tied for 45th at 2 over total for the tournament, so he must have had a bad Sunday.
Yeah.
Because he was still under par on Saturday when I saw, so Sunday must have been a pretty bad day for him. But, I mean, does it only if he really, really, really does real super bad, and, if he was a couple of those tournaments where he was, 10 over or something like that. It just might tarnish his reputation a little bit, but otherwise, I don't know. As long as he can finish and play, I think he's okay.
Yeah, and I think obviously everybody knows he had such a severe injury.
Yeah,
I mean that's the thing.
It's not like
he's just getting old.
Off.
Yeah. He got such a severe injury. The guy almost lost his leg. So him playing, I don't think it hurts him. He did say he's going to play the Masters and the 4 majors every year. That's his plan anyway. That he's going to play. He had one really good day. He shot really well. I don't think it hurts him. I don't think anybody really expects him to win.
First 2 days weren't terrible, and even the third. I mean, Saturday, like I said, he was still under par on Saturday.
He did a great job Saturday. I think people want to root for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They want to see him win. Like I said over the weekend on the locker room, if we didn't know about Tiger playing this, the Genesis International people would think it was Phil Collins. Nobody even cares. I mean, they really don't. And they don't have, it's losing a little luster. Some guys at LIV. So that changes too. But I think Tiger coming back, playing in 4 days, making a cut was a big thing. And again, you could have bet on that at DraftKings or any place else you wanted to bet that he was going to make the cut. And that was a good bet. I mean, again, any bet you win is always a good bet.
And then, they had some big names there. McIlroy was there.
Yeah.
Obviously, John Rahm won.
Yeah, he was good.
And that's a well-known name. I mean, Kevin Mitchell, another one. He ended up finishing 5th. And I'm sorry, I lied earlier.
What?
I said he was 2 over on Sunday.
Okay.
But Tiger finished the tournament 1 under. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong column.
That's all right.
But any which way, yeah. So some big names there. Let's see, Woodland, Scheffler, a couple big names, Hoge, Hoge. I've seen these names before, and that's the only reason why. I mean, I'm not a huge Justin Thomas was in it, so I mean, it had some big names. So
before I get away from this, I just forgot, and I was going to ask you. I don't know if you did know. Do you know who won the Daytona 500?
I do not know.
Okay, I know that was yesterday. A couple of my friends actually bet on that too. So they had a tough weekend. They were having withdrawals from the NFL. No gambling, so they did bet on the Daytona 500, and they did bet on some golf situations.
Ricky Stenhouse won.
All right, cool. So hats off to him.
He's not very well liked. I saw a video of one of the Bush brothers was putting him down. So now that I see the name, it jarred my memory as to who won, and apparently they were knocking him on a podcast. But again, I don't know the ins and outs of those. Of NASCAR anymore. I know today, I mentioned earlier that today was the birth of NASCAR.
Oh, wow.
It was actually incorporated today. That was part of On This Day in History.
Yeah. Well, I think like when they start trash talking in any sport, it does help it a little because then people look into it and they want to see who it is.
Well, that sport's done that for a long time. I mean, even when you go back to the days of Dale Earnhardt, where he was the bad guy and guys like Bill Elliott were the good guys, and it was a soap opera between drivers. I mean, they've been doing that they've been trying to keep that up, even though they've made the sport to where I don't know if you've ever heard this term, but back in the day they said rubbin's racing. So when the cars get together and everything, but nowadays they don't allow any of that stuff to be done anymore for safety of the drivers and everything. And but they're still trying to keep that drama alive, right? Because that's what makes people.
Just like a fight. I mean, I remember Mayweather's last fight. Who the hell was it with? Man, I can't think of his name. McGregor.
Yeah.
I mean, that fight was so big because those guys went on tour and insulted each other.
Sure.
And people wanted more of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's always, even in sports, they said it lacks.
It's all rivalry, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why do people watch, like hockey, the Devils and the Rangers, the Giants and the Eagles? I mean, you have these ultimate rivalries between teams and it's the same thing on NASCAR. It's no different.
It
it's
helps.
just it's drivers, usually versus the team itself. So.
Yeah, no, I think it's great. I think it's all fun and games. I think that's good. It keeps the people alive. Gives people some energy and helps the sport. We're talking about Tiger. If you have an opinion on him or want to say something about it, let us know. 877-927-6969. Also, you can talk about sequels that you thought were terrible. And should somebody have to call you for a favor or a text? We've heard a couple things on a callback line, which were cool and great. Comments where people said, hey, at least you'll remember if you get a text. That is true. But to me, if you don't talk to somebody for a while and you ask them for tickets, pick up the phone.
I saw another list of sequels that people thought were terrible. One of them on this list, which I'm very surprised on because I thought it was one of the best out of all of them, was Rocky 2.
Yeah,
I thought that was the better of the two movies, actually, because it gave you the kind of the ending of that story, or at least it finalized that particular part of the story. But any which way, bad sequels that were made out there. Sarah B wrote in talking about favors, asking for favors. So, Jimmy at realradio921.com. Sarah B wrote in, I think it's okay to text to let them know you need to ask a favor and ask when is a good time to call.
That's perfect.
That way the person who is being asked can choose if they want to call or just do it via text. right? That puts it in their court.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
No, it's very nice, actually. 877-927-6969. If you guys want to get involved with the show, we had a couple things on topic that you can bring up. Or, again, you could call us and ask us anything you want. 11:45, you got a chance to win tickets to the Honda Classic, which is all this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, these are one-day passes to the Honda Classic that we'll be giving away.
Yeah, so you guys have an opportunity to do that. It is the Greek and Jimmy. Franny's out today. Be back with us tomorrow at Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. It is the Penthouse on a Fat Tuesday. We'll come back with a trifecta and your chance to win Honda Classics and so much more on Real Radio 921. Peace.
When the smart speaker you gave your parents eventually becomes yours, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Audible. Find everything you love listening to on Audible. Hear celebrity memoirs, mysteries, true crime, sci-fi, and more. Audible is the home of storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, and originals. Sign up for a free 30-day trial at audible.com.
Was your home built before 2002? If so, it might not be up to today's hurricane codes. The My Safe Florida Home Program is providing eligible homeowners with a free home wind mitigation inspection. Professional wind mitigation inspectors will inspect your home and help put together a detailed plan of home strengthening, recommendations to better mitigate against future wind damage. Go to mysafeflhome.com to book your free wind mitigation inspection. mysafeflhome.com. Stronger homes, safer Florida.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach. The best view in Palm Beach are the ladies at Monroe's. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, 7 days a week. And Saturday, February 25th, it's Monroe's Golf Classic After Party, 10K Challenge. Putt for a chance to win $10,000. Now that's a hole-in-one, baby. It's Monroe's at Palm Beach. The best ladies are always at Monroe's, 7 days a week. Peace.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blind shades and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
For more information about contests on the station, visit realradio921.com/rules.
Hey, it's Megan. The other day, I was in the liquor store picking up my favorite spirit, Knox & Dunn Florida rum, when someone asked me what makes Knox & Dunn different from other rums. Everything. Knox & Dunn Florida rum is made in Florida and no extra colors or flavors are added, so it gets its flavor straight from the bourbon barrels the rum is aged in. And it's made with real Florida sugarcane and distilled, aged, and perfectly blended right here in our Sunshine State. So head over to your favorite liquor store and ask them for a bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida rum. If they don't have it, tell them you want them to carry Florida's fastest growing local craft spirit, and thank me later.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur with words from another happy payroll customer.
What do I love about Patriot Payroll Services? What don't I love about Patriot Payroll Services? It's easy to learn, it's very user-friendly, it's fast, it's perfect for our business, it's affordable.
Visit us at patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
We have a crash in Delray Beach causing some problems, injuries involved, and lanes blocked as well. This is 95 northbound, just north of Linton Boulevard. So expect some delays if you are heading into that area, or avoid it if you can. Some debris in the road, still southbound entrance ramp to 95 from 45th Street. Turnpike is looking good. I'm Joel Mount.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed.
Schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Fat Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good time and enjoying yourself. Back to work after a long weekend. Might be tough to shake that left leg, but you can make it happen. One leg at a time, baby. Franny's out today. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
And this is the week of the Honda Classic, and we got a chance for you to win tickets to the Honda Classic in about 10 minutes. First, we're going to do a trifecta.
You're listening to the
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, Kevin Love is going to join the Miami Heat. The Heat are 32-27 and having an okay season so far. I think they're in 6th place in the Eastern Division, and they are qualified for the playoffs as of today. About 50 games under their belt with 32 remaining, so hopefully Love can give them a little push down low. They need some help in the center position or forward. So Kevin Love, I don't know if he's got anything left in the tank. Did help the Cavaliers for 9 years, was with them. And he also got a title. He's going to give us some minutes, but I don't know if it's going to be a big difference. I don't know if the Heat have enough this year to compete with the big teams in the East, like the Milwaukee Bucks, like the Sixers, like the Celtics, like Cleveland. I hope, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. There was somebody in the Big Apple this weekend, Carr. That's right. He was visiting the Jets, deciding where he wants to go. He's a free agent, got released by the Raiders, and he's visiting teams, visited the Saints the week before. Carolina's also on the path for him. We'll see if the Jets make a decision. It's a tough decision because I think Jets ultimately want Aaron Rodgers. Now, Aaron Rodgers last week had that thing for 4 days where he went into silence and into a completely dark room. No media, no people around him, no lights, no TV. I don't know if he came out with a decision yet. Maybe we'll find out this week on his podcast that he does every week. But it's an interesting thing for the Jets. Do they wait or did they run with Carr? And some Jet fans, I know a couple of them, they don't even want Rodgers. But I think the Jets ultimately, I think that that's who they want. I think they want Rodgers. And Greg Olsen is the #1 broadcaster on Fox. He's on the #1 team, did the Super Bowl, had a very good season. And if Tom Brady comes back, Greg Olsen's salary drops from $10 million to $3 million. He goes to the #2 team. He's not the #1 team on Fox. He gets $10 million. Over the weekend, he said, I'm not laying down for Brady. I'll just let you know. He's going to have to earn it. ultimately, if Brady comes back, starts, and they want him on their first team, Brady's getting it. Don't forget, they're committed to him for $35 million a year for $10 million. That's not a bad deal. That's one that Brady made most of his whole career in the NFL, singly every year. Last couple of years with the Bucs, he made some good money. And not that he didn't make great money, but $35 million a year is awesome just to broadcast. And that is your trifecta. Peace.
So his contract just goes away, right? That's weird to me. So if Brady comes in and he drops to the number 2 slot,
they said he goes down to
he goes
$10
from
million.
$7 million to $3 million.
$10 million.
Or $10 million to loses $7 million.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah.
That's what I read
It
yesterday.
just seems odd. You would think that if he's got a contract, that's what he would get. But
I guess because it's the number 1 slot in the game, maybe the premier games get more viewers. I don't know how it works.
Oh, well, I'm sure.
Yeah. I think it's something like that. But then, like you said, he comes out and says something like, hey, I'm not going to lay down. You don't have a choice. Your boss tells you you're there. I mean, that's it. But $10 million is still fantastic. $3 million is great.
Oh, sure. Call game. You know? I mean, I don't know what the average. We hear about the big ones, right?
Yeah.
The Tony Romos and now, Brady. I mean, we hear about those. So, and of course, Joe Buck and Aikman when they went over to ABC / Disney / whatever you want to call them.
ESPN. Yeah.
But so it's those are the ones you hear. But the average guys, I mean, I don't know what they're making, but they're still making great money.
Fantastic money. $10 million's a lot.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I read that for Olsen. I mean, he's only been doing it a few years since he retired. So I think that's fantastic for him.
They did all right during the Super Bowl. I didn't think that there was anything.
I didn't either.
Nothing fantastic, either. But I mean, I didn't think that they were bad.
I'm not really a good guy to ask with that stuff because I'm not listening to a game for somebody broadcasting. I've said if I owned the TV companies, I would pay him, but I would never pay him that kind of money because I'm just watching the game. So I really don't care. But I know a lot of people obviously do, and the obvious TV market and the head honchos, they believe it. So I don't. But that's
it just seems to be that, I mean, is it fair to say that Romo kind of broke that barrier?
Yes.
Without
a doubt.
He came out with the first big one, and it paid off, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he gave fans and he gave people listening something that they really didn't get before,
100%
which was
right.
the behind the scenes of, like, he was calling plays before they'd come out, and some guys would some people will criticize that was bad, and some guys will say that they loved it.
They liked it. Obviously they liked it.
I enjoyed it. It didn't, I didn't think it was bad. I enjoyed it, but I also take it with a grain of salt. I mean, he played as long as he did. He should know.
Yeah, he knew a lot of
some
formations. Yeah, he definitely did. He was telling people different things. And you also find out that a lot of teams don't change things, year to year.
Yeah.
Different formations, different stuff like that. So he picked up on his personality.
There's only so many plays.
That's it.
And they all have the same, there's just whatever that team wants to call a button hook or whatever, right?
Down and in.
I mean, down and out, you got a name for it.
Yeah.
It's no different in one city or one team to another, really. I mean,
it is what it is. I mean, that's it. You're going to go for a fly, a bomb? There it is. What are we going to call it? I know Instagram's got some new stuff coming out on Facebook, right?
Yeah, apparently they took Zuckerberg's taken a book out of Musk. Musk, obviously we know that he came out with the Twitter, all right? And,
he won the charge.
With the blue check mark, right?
Yeah.
So Meta announces that they are going to do something very similar of a verification system, very similar to what Twitter has. And they're doing this, obviously, on Facebook and Instagram, the two together. According to Zuckerberg, this week we're starting to roll out Meta Verified, a subscription service that lets you verify your account. And this new feature is about increasing authenticity and security across the services. Now, it's going to cost $11.99 a month on the web or $14.99 a month on iOS and Android apps. Purchasers will enjoy a badge. Ooh. Oh, I'm sold. I got to go.
I want a badge.
I got to go.
Give my Instagram badge.
Impersonation protection against a real person for help with account issues. So the people trying to make up fake accounts with your name. Increased visibility and reach, as well as yet to be specified exclusive features to express yourself in unique ways. Well, I think that's the details that people probably want to know about.
Yeah.
What exactly are those? Because if you're going to spend $15 a month on something, I'd like to know exactly what I'm getting, other than the fact that somebody won't be able to duplicate my account.
$200 a year almost.
To be eligible, users must be at least 18 years old and present a government ID that matches the profile name and photo that their Facebook or Instagram accounts have. Accounts also must meet a minimum activity requirement, such as posting history. So this is obviously aimed at influencers.
Yes.
Or at least that's the way I would take that. Once users take the plunge with Meta Verified, they will be locked into their profile name, username, date of birth, and photo that they choose for verification. If you want to change your photo, you're going to have to go through the entire process over again. And obviously, that's the whole purpose of it, or one of the purposes of it, is so that it verifies that it's you and not just somebody making up your name. So they don't want you changing your picture all the time, because then that looks like it's somebody that's posing as other people. And I get that. But I'd love to know what their other quote-unquote exclusive features to express yourself in unique ways is going to be. One of the other things I saw too that, and I think it was in here, but it actually kind of doesn't put it in a great wording, is the fact that if you have an issue on either Meta/Facebook or Instagram, and you want to get a hold of somebody from the company, you actually deal with a real person,
that's
a real
good.
human, and not some AI bot, which we all know gets you nowhere.
Oh man, it's so get you so aggravated. I don't care who you talk.
Yeah.
And
it's I mean, right now, Facebook, I mean, if you get a violation for something, because I've gotten a couple of violations from, and they were from posts that I made years and years ago that under today's new standards, those posts were no longer good.
Okay.
So I got, 1 week suspensions, 2 week suspensions over the course of, some time. And if you try to appeal it, there's nobody to appeal to. There's no person to appeal to.
Yeah.
And that's what kind of sucks. But then again, it's not like I pay for it.
So I get what you're saying. But
I
you're
used to just screw it, whatever. You want to take my account away, just close
take it away for a week. I don't care. It's like a bookmaker shutting you down. I'm shutting you down. You're doing me a favor.
Because then who are you going to bet with?
You're having a bad week. You want him to shut you down.
But yeah, apparently, and I guess Musk put out a tweet kind of picking on Zuckerberg a little bit for doing this because everybody gave Musk so much crap.
Sure.
But
cough up a buck.
Well, charging for it.
But, and again, people will pay.
And again, say I'm not an influencer. I know you're not either. So I mean, we're sort of influencers, but the idea of doing it on social media isn't something that's real big for us. So for people that do that for a living, this might make sense.
Sure.
And it might mean more, but I mean, I see it all the time, at least on Facebook, how easy, apparently it's super easy to clone somebody and just take over an account.
Yeah.
Because I'll get Facebook friend requests from people that I've already been friends with for 10, 15 years.
Wow.
So, and I know that it's fake.
But
like, I've learned
it is.
enough that, I know that somebody got spammed, somebody got hacked.
Yeah.
And so you just sort of ignore it. So it doesn't do anything on my end, but it just it happens with such frequency. You would think that they would just try to do something about that. And I think they do, but I don't know the extent of it. But I guess this is one way to help with that. Of course, you got to pay for it.
Yeah, and it's going to be almost $200 a year.
Yeah. $15 a month. I don't know. Again, if it helps for influencers, maybe it's worth it. But
they'll start at $15, and if they don't see a lot of people do it, they'll probably drop the price.
Yeah. Well, and that's for iOS. I guess if you just do it on a regular computer, it's not it's only $11.99, but that's still a lot of money for that, unless it pays off in some other way. Speaking of paying off, want to give away a prize?
Let's do it.
All right. We have a pair of one-day passes to the 2023 Honda Classic up for grabs. That's going on now through the 26th at the Champion Course of PGA National Resort and Spa. But we have a pair of tickets to go one day. Only. They're one-day passes only. Give us a call, 877-927-6969. We're going to play a little game called He Said, She Said. It's super easy. I'm going to read you a quote, and you got to let us know whether Greek said it, whether Franny said it, or whether I said it. It's that super simple. And look at those phone lines blow
light up already
immediately when
Jump
we talk
on
about Honda Classic.
That's it. The Honda is this week.
I want to win, so I don't want to have to ask Greek.
877-927-6969. And call me. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a love. Give me a little love. Give me the home goods candle, the bubble bath, strawberries and champagne, all that.
Oh, that might be, boy, that's pretty demanding.
Trying to get a little something.
We were also talking about worst sequels, movie sequels. So I got this email. Jason wrote in, Jimmy at realradio921.com. He agrees with me. Caddyshack 2, one of the worst sequels ever. That was awesome. Just horrendous. Honorable mentions, Airplane 2, that was on that other list. Ghostbusters 2, and how about Speed 2? Nothing like a boat out of control. So that was from our buddy Jason writing into Jimmy at realradio921.com with a bad movie sequel.
Thank you.
All right, let's get some phone lines, get some people lined up for this contest, and we'll get it going.
It is Francis and I tomorrow at the Tito's Handmade Vodka Stillhouse Lounge. Come by and see us by the Bear Trap. It's a great place. You'll enjoy yourself. There's a lot of things going on, a lot of activities. You got Tito's there, of course. You got some games being played. Great view of the golf course right there at the Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. It's our pleasure to be there again with Tito's. Been so happy to be a partner with them for a long, long time. Tito's Handmade Vodka. If you see me, you know Tito's is right with me all the time, and it should be with you. Pick up a bottle today or give it as a gift, or just if you want to relax, Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Don't forget, stop by. Right by the Bear Trap, I believe around the 17th hole. Great time, and it is just a great view of the course, and you will enjoy yourself. And a lot of Tito's swag is there and different things like that. Come by with me, and maybe I'll get you Tito's. How's that? Doesn't sound bad. And Saturday night, if you want, go to Monroe's. Monroe's got a big putt contest where you are eligible to win $10,000. Keeping with the whole theme this week of golf at Monroe's of Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week to 5 a.m. Beautiful ladies. Best view in Palm Beach is always at Monroe's of Palm Beach. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call for you guys to get involved in the contest. Jimmy is getting everybody ready. And as soon as we are ready to go, we will handle it.
All right, we're going to start our contest today with Ron. Ron, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, guys, how we doing?
It's going good, Ron. How long you been listening to Real Radio?
About 9-10 years.
That's pretty long. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh, it's a great show. Yeah.
All right, here's your question, brother.
All right, Ron, let's get you set up with a pair of one-day passes to the Honda Classic. I'm going to read you a quote, Ron. You got to let us know whether Greek said it, whether Franny said it, or whether I said it. Okay, bud?
All right.
All right, here is your quote. You play with balls, huh? That's awesome. You play with balls, huh? That's awesome. Did Greek say that? Did Franny say that? Or did I say that?
Greek said that.
That's right.
Wow.
Greek's the one that wanted to know if you play with balls and thinks that it's awesome, and it sounded like this.
You play with balls, huh? That's awesome.
That's awesome. All right. Nice job, Ron. Run one and done right out of the gate. I'm going to put you on hold. If you would, hang tight for a couple minutes. I'm going to get back on when we go to break. And off the air, I'm going to get a little bit more info from you, and we'll get you set up with those tickets. Okay, bud?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Nice. That's how you win right there, kids.
That is pretty awesome. Right on there. Nailed it right out of the gate. Honda Classic tickets. Always appreciate you guys listening and enjoying the show and having fun with us, because that's what it's all about, having fun and just kicking back. And enjoy the Honda this week. Starts Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Speaking of having fun or not having fun, in this case, go to realradio921.com. Look under the Penthouse blog. I posted a post up there that's got a link to a video that you can watch.
Mm-hmm.
Now, unfortunately, it's not as it happening, because that might be a little bit more fun. But you do see the aftermath, and what happened is a valet was parking a high-end Lamborghini when he crashed it.
Oh, God.
I mean, this is terrible.
I feel
mean,
bad.
This kid is just, and he's a young kid, too. What did he crash into, you ask? Another Lamborghini.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
And, dude, we're not talking about just, like a Lamborghini's just your average one. No, these were high-end $500,000 Lamborghinis. The Aventador, am I saying that? I don't know if I'm saying that. Aventura.
Aventura Mall?
There was Aventura Mall. No, the car.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It was an Aventador Ultimate Roadster. These things are about $500,000 piece. The valet said that he was just trying to park the car when he accidentally pressed the gas instead of the brake, according to him. The gas and the brake were very close together. These cars are more exclusive than any other plain Aventuras. Lamborghini produced just 350 examples of the Ultimate Coupe and 250 of these units. In fact, Wait a minute, hold on. That was written very poorly. Produced just 350 examples and 250 units of the Roadster. In fact, the $500,000 hand-built cars are so important to Lamborghini that the automaker started producing them again, because you remember that that tanker, or not the cargo ship that sunk.
Oh yeah.
And it had a whole bunch of high-end cars on it.
Yeah, a
bunch of these were on there that they lost,
Yeah.
so they started producing more of them. But part of the whole appeal to them is there's so few of them that's ever been made. But they actually went and started to produce more of them just because of that. It's unlikely that either car is totaled, though, thank goodness, given their hefty upfront price tag. However, I wouldn't want to be that poor kid.
Oh, no.
Or
Does it
anybody
say
who
where
had
it
to
was?
put that bill. Where it was?
Yeah.
It did, and I don't recall.
Okay, because I'm
So-
surprised that kind of a car.
It was a high-end hotel.
Okay.
And with valet service.
Because a lot of those guys that have those guns, they don't let people valet. I mean, we'll talk to Richie maybe later, Atlantis Motor Group. They say that.
That's interesting, too, because in that article, I remember it also stating that a lot of times the people that own those cars don't want to park them because there's so many other things around.
Yeah.
So some people don't want valet. Some do want valet just because of that. So I guess it depends on the person. I tell you what, I'd have a hard time turning over a $500,000 car to some kid.
No, I mean, a lot of times
that's working for minimum wage.
I've seen even places with regular cars, people are like, hey, where do I park? I want to park myself.
Right.
Give the guy back the keys and say, when I come out, you give me the keys. I've seen it in Miami. And a guy can have a Rolls Royce, regular Bentley, whatever. But I've seen that. But I'm surprised that priceless of a car, $500,000, like you said, just give some keys, get his car, because they're hard cars to drive.
But how about the odds at two of the same exact high-end car at the same place at the same time, and he crashes into another one?
I can't believe that kid. That kid will never forget that. That'd be one of the worst feelings. It's a bad feeling if you ever open up your car door and hit another car.
Yeah, it's just something as simple as that.
Yeah, like, you just go, oh,
there's
man.
a small ding or
Yeah,
something.
you feel bad. I can't imagine having a Lamborghini, parking it, you're 17 or 18 years old, you bang into another one at the same time. You got to feel terrible, and you got to also feel like, let me punch out because I'm getting blown out.
That's it. Yeah, just go. Just at that point, you just go, right?
You pack up your stuff. Imagine coming. I valeted when I was a kid, and I never got in an accident, thank God. But again, I get not cars like that at all. Regular cars, maybe some Caddies, Benzes, stuff like that. But man, I can't even imagine doing that with a Lamborghini and then hitting another one. Maybe that was like his little bit of joke. He said to his boss, at least I had the same one. So if we need a part, we can get it. But I definitely want to ask today, Atlantis Motor Group and the Greek Zone asked Richie about it and the price of them and stuff like that, because I just can't see those guys doing that because they're so, with their cars, they don't like people even walking by them. Some of those people. Yeah. When they got a car parked or anything like that, they're like, ooh, man, don't come near this. I've always talked about that in Miami, some of the big end restaurants, the cars that pull up there and guys. But and some guys might feel like, go ahead, take it. You know how to ride it, kid? I'd be like, no, I really would be. Even today, if somebody asked me. They asked me sometimes at Atlantis to move cars. I'm like, no way. I don't want to do it. But it's in a showroom. It's a little different, but I don't want to do that, man.
Yeah.
It's just a price tag alone. I did a video last week, and a Bentley was $400,000. I was like, man, that is huge cash. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Tuesday, Fat Tuesday, by the way. Tuesday after the holiday weekend. If you guys are having a hard time getting started today, call us. Tell us maybe you have a good remedy for it that you could help us. Bad sequels. Also want to hear about that. And if somebody needs a favor, should they have to actually call you, or is texting just fine? To me, I think you should pick up the phone. But again, Jimmy hit it right on the head. Generational thing. Maybe if it's a different generation, people just say text, we're fine. Even when you're dating out there, most people just like to text. They don't like to talk. I think it's a hard place to get to know somebody, especially if it's in the beginning. I think you should pick up the phone. But a lot of people just like to text. They don't want to hear the drama. It is the Penthouse. Franny out today. She'll be back with us tomorrow. Jimmy's in the house, myself. And we do have some fun facts, I do believe. Do we, Jimmy?
We do. We have some fun facts. Now, yesterday was President's Day, so I did find some fun facts about some of our past presidents that I thought that we'd share with everybody. So we'll do that coming up on the other side of this quick little break here on Real Radio.
Hey, it's Rover from Rover's Morning Glory. Wake up with me each morning. Just tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. And you can wake up with me right next to you. Romantic.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
Dell Technologies President's Day sale starts now with savings on select sleek XPS PCs and more powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors, plus savings on essential accessories and free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Hayes the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. The Penthouse will be live Wednesday and Thursday at the Honda Classic at Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Stop by and say hi, enjoy the golf, and have a Tito's on me. Woo-hoo! It's a great day of fun, enjoyment, and of course you got golf. And you'll have Tito's. Tito's Handmade Vodka, top shelf of all vodkas. Honda Classic and Tito's, that sounds like a perfect parlay.
Want to play college basketball? Register today for the free Orange Bowl Florida High School Basketball Showcase presented by American Airlines. On Saturday, March 11th at the David Posnack JCC, qualified high school junior and senior girls and boys can show off their basketball talents and meet with colleges from across the country. Orange Bowl High School football and basketball showcases have generated more than $7 million in scholarships and aid over the past 6 years. Register for free today at orangebowl.org.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The car market went crazy high during COVID, then it came down crazy hard, and now I believe it's coming back up. Call me crazy, call me a gambler, but I'm buying cars higher than I was a month ago because I think that they're firming back up. The highest price of the year of the 30 years I've been doing GiveMeTheVin.com is spring, and spring is right around the corner. Sell me your car at GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarded.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of top 3 carriers.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer, unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E, clean nose, healthy life.
Do you have over $10,000 in credit card debt? The stress from excessive credit card debt can ruin your life. Collection calls, sleepless nights. If you're feeling the financial impact with unprecedented economic challenges, DebtBlue is here for you. DebtBlue uses secret programs that most credit card companies won't tell you about. They'll help you consolidate or settle your debts for a fraction of what you owe. With DebtBlue's Success Guarantee, you pay nothing unless your debt is reduced or completely resolved. There's no risk. The more you owe, the more DebtBlue can save you. See how easy it is to get started with free information. Let DebtBlue show you how 10 minutes could save you thousands. Call now, 800-375-1158. That's 800-375-1158.
I'm just living sky high right now. I'm very thankful for it. And the team at DebtBlue are phenomenal. They're able to work with you. They're great.
Call for your free debt resolution information now. 800-375-1158. 800-375-1158.
The championship meet continues at Gulfstream Park with racing action Wednesday through Sunday. Enjoy the races outdoors from the Carousel Club or inside at 10 Palms, featuring a great view of the track. For reservations and more, head to GulfstreamPark.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on Real Radio 921. Thank you always for listening. After us today, it is the News Junkie, the Greek Zone, and then Lex and Terry. Just gave away some Honda Classic tickets. It is the Honda Classic all week. Franny is out today. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good afternoon.
You guys want to get involved, you can call us at 877-927-6969. Bad sequels. Should somebody call you for a favor, is a text fine? Am I being just a little bit like, oh, God? Or you let us know. But is it tough to get back to work after an extra day off? But right now, we got some fun facts.
It's Franny's Fun Facts.
Well, yesterday was President's Day, so don't want to brush over it too much here. I figured maybe we would talk some fun, quirky facts about some of our past presidents. I just have a few here. Thomas Jefferson would have loved the Weather Channel. He was passionate about meteorology and kept daily, detailed records on the weather.
TJ.
In the house.
In the house. TJ in the house.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3 in your program. Wasn't Ben Franklin, he wasn't a president,
nope.
But he was a little bit of a whoremaster.
Whore, yes. Yeah, he was a whore. Because of all, it's the glasses.
Yeah, of course.
Martin Van Buren invented, or at least popularized, the term okay. The origin dates back to Van Buren's re-election campaign in 1840. He had adopted the nickname Old Kinderhook because he was born in Kinderhook, New York. Makes sense, right?
Yes.
His supporters shortened that to okay. John Tyler was born 233 years ago in 1790, and yet he still has one living grandchild.
Wow.
Harrison Ruffin Tyler was born in 1928 and is now 94 years old. and a second grandson, Lion Gardner Tyler Jr., passed away at 95 just 2 years ago. Andrew Johnson was an I'm sorry. That's a weird word to read. Andrew Johnson was an indentured servant for 2 years of childhood. His mother had sent him and his brother away to serve a tailor. After 2 years, they ran away, and from his experience working with the tailor, Johnson made all of his suits while president. James Garfield was ambidextrous, and he could write in 2 different languages at the same time. Greek with one hand and Latin with the other.
Wow, that's impressive.
How about that, huh?
I can't speak one. One alone right
Yeah,
to.
English.
I can't speak
More or less
English.
Greek or Latin.
Yeah, somebody asked me over the weekend, do you ever think about another language to pick up? I'm like,
Yeah, English.
I'm trying to pick up this.
Let's see if we can work on that one. Chester Arthur was sort of into the HGTV, American Pickers thing. He redecorated the White House, and to get the money to do it, he sold historical artifacts and antiques from past presidents. Oh, what a bum. Benjamin Harrison was the first president to have electricity in the White House, but he was very anxious about it and refused to touch light switches. Woodrow Wilson was such an avid golfer, he played in the winter. He even painted his golf balls black so he could easily find them in the snow.
Wow.
That's somebody that likes to play the game.
Yeah.
Calvin Coolidge had an interesting morning ritual. He enjoyed having his scalp massage with petroleum jelly while he ate his breakfast in bed.
Not a bad gig. Who's doing that?
Exactly. Finally,
Mrs. Wilson?
Yeah, well, I hope so, huh? Finally, Harry S. Truman grew up as a poor farm boy in Missouri and ended up being the only president of the 20th century who did not go to college. In fact, he was one of just 8 presidents who never attended college. And we do have a little bonus fact here for everybody. George W. Bush was the only president to have been the head cheerleader in high school.
Oh, I didn't
There's
know
some
that.
fun facts for you about some of our past presidents.
It's interesting. 877-927-6969. If you guys want to give us a call, we'll get you on the air. We had a couple of different things that we were talking about. Sequels. Also, did somebody have to call you for a favor? Just a text, fine. It seems like texts are winning out. I'm getting a few from some friends.
You're getting some texts about it?
Yeah, about this.
By the way, I had that story earlier about the kid that crashed into Lamborghini into another Lamborghini.
Yes.
That you asked where it was. It was at the Crown Towers in Perth, Australia.
Okay.
So apparently, again, it's a high, super,
very
super
high-end.
high-end joint.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think we got an email too.
I thought it was going to be someplace local. South Beach, Fort Lauderdale, or maybe up in New York or Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, high-end places, you figured out.
Yeah. Well, it was that type of a place that we're used to here. Yeah. Let's talk to our buddy Jorge. Hey, Jorge, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, happy Tuesday to you guys.
Happy Tuesday.
How are you, Jorge, my friend? How's everything?
Oh, fine. Couldn't be better. Hey, did any of you guys watch South Park there with that Harry and Meghan Markle or whatever it is?
No, I did not see it. I listened to a bit of it. Of course, they just took a couple lines and shots at the two, and apparently they're thinking about suing. That's about as much as I know about it.
Oh yeah. She's nothing but a gold digging trollop. Who
are we speaking of?
Harry or Meghan?
Harry or Meghan?
Megan. She's a gold digger.
You think so? She loves him. Her and Harry. You kidding me?
Talking about her.
She loves him.
Oh yeah. She loves the attention.
What is the definition from you, Jorge, of a gold digger?
A gold digger?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing that it's supposed to be, buddy. Somebody who goes after somebody for their money.
Like Greek?
I don't win. I do search out, but I don't win. Is there anything wrong with that? If that's your game, you let people know.
Or hey, you make it sound like it's a bad thing.
I mean, if you strike oil, it isn't bad, right? It's only bad if you miss, like baseball.
It all depends on how much gold you have, I guess.
Just say you had a lot of money, right? This is an example.
Yep.
and this beautiful girl came up to you and wanted to be with you, but still was with you, but would you care because you had money she was with you?
No, the money, you got to pay for it one way or the other, so it doesn't matter, I guess. But, it's just that, that Mako girl, she's just, I don't know, she's looking for attention.
Why do you say that? She married a prince.
Oh, yeah. And supposedly when she was set up on a date with him, she claimed that she didn't even know who he was,
Yeah, that I don't believe. That sounds a little far-fetched. I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for her. I learned a long time ago there's only one person I can account for every day. That's myself. But I don't know that she didn't know. Whoever fixed her up, they didn't say it's Harry, the prince. I mean, what did she say? He works for 7-Eleven? I mean, you got to know something.
Yeah, he's a royal pain in the ass.
He's a barista at Starbucks.
I'm going to love this guy.
He's a barista at Starbucks. You want to go out with him? What do you think?
This guy's a real prince, all right. Literally.
And you're on fire, Jimmy. You're on fire, buddy.
Oh, he is. He's a real prince. I love that. And he actually shows up. You're like, oh, my God, you are a prince.
Yeah, of course she knew who it was. That's the only reason why she's with him.
Yeah, I mean, I can say I think is not just an opinion base. It's not true. I don't know why she would put that out there and say she didn't know. People know when you get fixed up or somebody sets you up. People, first thing they do, what does he do? What does she do? You know what I mean? So that I find a little far-fetched.
Oh, yeah. What's your net worth? Oh, yeah. There you go. You can't tell me she didn't know. She knew.
Well, everybody knows they're, millionaires beyond belief. So, I mean, that's you don't have to go to school for that. I mean, if you met anybody and they said they're royalty, you would think they got some coin, right?
Yeah, I guess so. All depends on what country you're from,
Yeah, I mean, she was an actress. She did pretty well for herself. She was on that hit TV show for a while, so it wasn't bad, but I think that people just, there's certain things that I guess some people like or don't like, but that's just the way it is. You're not going to please everybody, especially today's world. Everybody has an opinion.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You get that right, buddy. Everyone has an opinion.
Brady got a couple cats. I knew you were going there. I would have bet 10 G's on that. Jimmy gave me the look. I already saw the hand movement. I knew it. I said, all the tea in China, all the Botox in Boca. Boy, you're one in a million. You really are. I love you, brother. Did you watch any of that XFL?
No, I don't watch that stuff. No.
Okay.
No.
But you watch Yellowstone?
No. Oh, yeah. Yellowstone, without a doubt.
All right.
For the new episodes. Yeah, it's all good.
All right,
by the way, I mentioned, we were talking about it last week. There's going to be another season of 1883, too. I didn't know that. The one that's got Faith Hill in it that, we were talking about last week. Apparently, there's going to be another season to that. I thought that I read somewhere that there was only the one and it was going to be it one and done, but apparently not.
Now, was it you or a customer cohort who said Faith Hill was a very good actress?
Yeah.
That was me.
It was
it was Jorge. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. They actually, when she played the part of when she was on the general store drinking whiskey with the proprietor there, another female. She played drunk so good, I would have sworn she was actually loaded,
She did, yeah. I remember the exact scene you're talking about, yep.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Oh, yeah, very talented. Oh, yeah.
All right, Jorge, we always appreciate the call, brother. Don't be such a stranger. And if I talk to Brady this week, I'll send him your regards because I know you love him.
You know what to say to Brady, buddy.
I know what to say to Brady. Man, you're not going to let it go. You are not going to let it go. Love you, Jorge.
Yeah, same here, buddy. Have a good one.
All right,
Take
peace.
care, pal.
It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Fat Tuesday, by the way. Having a good time in the Penthouse. Franny's out today. We'll be back with us tomorrow at the Tito Stillhouse Lounge at the Honda Classic. Jimmy and the Greek will be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real radio is the News Junkie.
And they said 1 in 7 men and 1 in 10 women in the United States don't have a single friend.
Do you think any of this group of people would make a good radio host? Because, like, you of the three of us are the closest to having no friends.
Oh, wow.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
Dell Technologies President's Day business event starts now with deals to power America's doers and dreamers. Save on select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for President's Day deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hey, it's Megan. The other day, I was in the liquor store picking up my favorite spirit, Knox & Dunn Florida Rum, when someone asked me what makes Knox & Dunn different from other rums. Everything. Knox & Dunn Florida Rum is made in Florida and no extra colors or flavors are added, so it gets its flavor straight from the bourbon barrels the rum is aged in. And it's made with real Florida sugarcane and distilled, aged, and perfectly blended right here in our Sunshine State. So head over to your favorite liquor store and ask them for a bottle of Knox & Dunn Florida Rum. If they don't have it, tell them you want them to carry Florida's fastest growing local craft spirit, and thank me later.
Was your home built before 2002? If so, it might not be up to today's hurricane codes. The My Safe Florida Home Program is providing eligible homeowners with a free home wind mitigation inspection. Professional wind mitigation inspectors will inspect your home and help put together a detailed plan of home strengthening, recommendations to better mitigate against future wind damage. Go to mysafeflhome.com to book your free wind mitigation inspection. mysafeflhome.com. Stronger homes, safer Florida.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in an accident and would like to know the value of your case, go to forthepeople.com to see cases just like yours. You see, all lawyers are not the same. Morgan & Morgan.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Mike Capel here, serial entrepreneur. Payroll doesn't seem that hard. It's just pay rate times hours worked, right? Sounds easy enough. Well, payroll is easy as long as each employee's tax withholdings are properly set up and as long as you don't shoot yourself in the foot along the way. But payroll can be punishing for business owners like me who will assemble their kids' toys without reading the instructions first. We don't need to read instructions unless we're desperate. That's why Patriot Software offers payroll setup and support for free for businesses with up to 100 employees. Go to patriotsoftware.com. Use promo code RADIO and get 2 months of payroll free. That's patriotsoftware.com.
With patriotsoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Injured on the job? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Glenn Levine, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach. My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet?
Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
On the podcast, The Last Soviet, Lance Bass from NSYNC shares his own experiences of astronaut training in Russia. Yes, that's true. And tells the story of the final cosmonaut, a man trapped in space while his nation crumbled to the ground.
His name is Sergei Krikalev. He's a Soviet cosmonaut, and he's manning the world's only space station, the pride and joy of the USSR.
Listen to The Last Soviet on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Pays the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. The Penthouse will be live Wednesday and Thursday at the Honda Classic at Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Stop by and say hi, enjoy the golf, and have a Tito's on me. Woo-hoo! It's a great day of fun, enjoyment, and of course you got golf, and you'll have Tito's. Tito's Handmade Vodka, top shelf of all vodkas. Honda Classic and Tito's, that sounds like a perfect parlay.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Checking in with the Florida Highway Patrol, and we are accident-free along 95 from Boca to Jupiter, 15-minute ride. Southern to PGA, a similar story on the Turnpike. And not getting word of any major tie-ups on your side streets, though. A little bit slow along North Lake Boulevard right now. This is between Congress and 95. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
Mattress Firm's President's Day sale is here. Shop and save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get a $300 instant gift, good towards sleep accessories. Find your dream bed at Mattress Firm. Then cozy up on your new bed, because there's nothing better than staying in.
Alphabet Boys is a new podcast series that goes inside undercover investigations. In the first season, we're diving into an FBI investigation of the 2020 protests. It involves a cigar-smoking mystery man who drives a silver hearse.
And inside this hearse was like a lot of guns.
But are federal agents catching bad guys or creating them?
He was just waiting for me to set the date, the time, and then for sure he was trying to get it to happen.
Listen to Alphabet Boy on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcast.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey Jimmy, if it's the same Lamborghini I've seen in like some car videos on YouTube, I believe it's pronounced Aventador. So I believe it's called the Lamborghini Aventador. It's a beautiful car. I could definitely see Greek if he won the lottery, buying that car, having some Dean Martin blaring on it with the windows down, the Italian supermodel sitting in the passenger seat feeding him some olives and some Italian bread.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in The Penthouse on a Tuesday. Thank you so much for listening to Real Radio 921. I want to thank everybody at the Greek Fest on Saturday, even Oprah. Everybody who came out, we had a good time and enjoyed ourselves. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Francis is out. We'll be back with us tomorrow at the Honda Classic at the Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Going to be a good time. So Charles Barkley and Shaq, I think most people know who they are. If you don't, look them up. The NBA had their All-Star game this weekend in Utah, and Barkley and Shaq slammed Utah. Jimmy said it's a boring city. Shaq said he never ate so much damn room service food in his life. And, of course, the people from Utah are not happy. They said there's not a lot of drinking there, no smoking. I wonder how many strip clubs are in, actually, Utah. I guess we could Google that and find out. But they slammed the city as itself. The All-Star game was there. I'm sure there was a ton of parties. A lot of stars were there. But they slammed the city, said not a good city. And these guys are fast-paced guys. Obviously, they like the big cities, Chicago, L.A., Miami, Vegas. We know. But they really didn't like Utah too much and slammed it. And the senator of Utah came on and wrote back, and a lot of people wrote back. And They did say everybody in Utah is going to heaven, and it's a very nice city, but there's a lot of things that you just can't do.
Who would slam a city day after day after day after day? Who would do something like that? Can you imagine if they could do that?
I like the way you tie it into the Penthouse.
I didn't tie it into the Penthouse. I just said who would do something like that?
Maybe some Greek kid in South Florida. Again, never been in Cleveland.
That's funny. That's actually kind of funny.
Yeah, they did it for a while. And, Barkley and Shaq, they're going to cut it up. That's who these guys are. They're always funny. But I guess it got under some people's nerves. The NBA All-Star Game was there, and they just said there's nothing to do. It's boring. You could go skiing, obviously, snowboarding. I'm sure there's a lot to do. But again, for these guys, probably not.
They play in Salt Lake City?
I believe so,
Jazz?
Jim. Yeah, I do believe they do. I remember the Bulls bitching about it years ago, too, saying that there was nothing going on there. I thought they had casinos. I did. I could be mistaken. Probably am. But they were just saying nothing to do, and they were bored over the weekend. Tough life for those guys. I mean, they had their private jets. They had to do what they had to do. But he praised the fans in Utah leading up to the All-Star Weekend festivals. But he just said it's a boring-ass city. That's his quote. And the both of them just came in and just said, they said it's a great city, but there ain't nothing to do here. These people are all going to heaven. Shaq said, I never ate so much room service in my life. Can't smoke, can't drink. These people are going to heaven. Barkley. So I guess it's not going to be a city they're going to go back to anytime soon. I think a lot of people are going to have a comment on social media. They're going to defend Utah, especially people who live there. They're going to say something. That. And they're going to comment about it. But, people get offended when they say, I mean, I wouldn't get mad if somebody said something about where I was from. I wouldn't be like, whatever. You don't like it, you don't like it. Stay out of here. Jason Tatum did win the MVP. He scored 55 points. The game almost had 400 points total. Like 184 to like 176. I mean, unbelievable.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, way over the total. Whoa, over the total. And the total was high. I think it was like 330, my buddy was telling me. He goes, what do you think? I said, bet it. And it really went flying over. Over the total, yeah. 280, I think, what the hell was it? 184 to 176, something like that. And Tatum, who was from the Celtics, he won the MVP. He dropped in 55.
Who won a slam dunk? Because that's this part of it too, right? Isn't it?
The slam dunk was won by a kid from the Philadelphia 76ers.
Oh, okay.
And ironically enough, it was a white kid. I forget.
Wow.
It was a shocker. He had some great slams. But yeah, I forget his name offhand. Not a household name at all. Nobody even knew who he was. They probably had
McClung.
Yeah. They probably had to ID him to get him in the stadium because nobody knew who he was. He had some great slams. Not a big kid either.
Matthew McClung, Mac, I guess is his nickname. And, he plays for the 76ers.
Yeah, and some unbelievable slams. And not a big guy. I'm thinking like 6'2", 6'3". One of the third shortest.
See if it has it here. I don't see it on there. Wikipedia might have it. 6'2".
Yeah. Small guy, one of the third smallest ever to win it. I mean, Spud Webb won it years ago when he was, and he's really small, 5'5", whatever it was.
That's weird here. 6'2", not that big.
No. Bigger than us. I'm not saying that. He's bigger than me.
No. I get it. In NBA standards.
Yeah, he's not too big. And the 3-point contest was run by the guy from Portland. I forget his name offhand. He's an All-Pro for years. And Lillard won the 3-point contest. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Fat Tuesday. That means you're going to have some fun. That's what you're going to do. You're going to have some fun, enjoy yourself, kick back, and listen to Real Radio. We always appreciate you guys listening to the Penthouse every day, Monday to Friday, 10 to 2. Try to have a little fun with you and make the day go by a little quicker. We'll come back with a trifecta and a lot more. Peace.
When you give up trying to teach your parents how to use their smart speaker and take it home, tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Marlins are holding their first full squad workout of spring training today. Miami opens Grapefruit League play Saturday against the Mets. College hoops tonight. Number 11 Miami visits Virginia Tech. Canes beat Wake Forest Saturday for their 6th straight win. And Myers Leonard is back in the NBA. That's nearly 2 years after using an anti-Semitic slur on a video game live stream. Leonard will join the Bucks on a 10-day contract. I'm Scott Davidson.
This family takes turns turning heads. Brains, beauty, and athleticism. All they need now is for you to drive them off the lot. The Mercedes-Benz family of SUVs. A family of unrivaled vehicles waiting at your local dealer.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, quick and easy. And soon, you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers and voiced by real native speakers. Each lesson is like living in another country for 15 minutes.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was starting to speak in another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than Babbel.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
Every small business owner knows business happens everywhere. The office, the warehouse, or on the road. And no matter where it takes you, there's one solution to help your business thrive. Comcast Business Complete Connectivity. It's the largest, fastest, reliable network with advanced gig speed Wi-Fi and cyber threat protection in one solution. Plus, add Comcast Business Mobile and you can save up to 60% a year on your wireless bill. Get started for just $40 a month for 12 months with no annual contract when you add mobile. And ask how to get up to a $750 prepaid card.
Flight 291 is now boarded.
Yep, you're going places. And when you get there, be ready to do business. The complete connectivity solution from the company that powers more small businesses than any other provider. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 2/21/2023. Restrictions apply. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. New 100 megabits per second internet and Comcast Business Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After 12 months, regular rates apply. Gig internet required for gig Wi-Fi. Mobile savings compares pricing of the top 3 carriers.
This week at Macy's, find big savings on essentials for you and your home, like men's classic polos from Tommy Hilfiger and more. A limited time special at $44.99 to $55.99. 30 to 60% off gorgeous handbags. And 15% off select blenders, juicers, and more for your kitchen. Plus, Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees at Macy's. More at Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
Marcus, what happened?
I was changing my oil and I spilled some on the floor.
Oh, well, use these $50 bills to wipe it up.
Perfect. Got any more?
Yeah, take a couple hundred.
Stop. Instead of using money, use an old rag. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed. Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed. Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort. Plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Even though the holiday all about love has come and gone, does not mean that you should not love others and yourself all year round. Hey, this is Franny, and I have the perfect idea for showing that love. Go and treat yourself or a loved one at Begin Anew Med Spa. From luxurious facials to a little bit more extensive acne scar removal treatment and microneedling, they have it. We all want to look and feel our best, and for most, hair loss can really bring down one's confidence. Well, Begin Anew has PRP hair restoration to bring back that confidence. But maybe you're content with how you look physically, but you could use a boost internally. I know I did, so I got in their optimal wellness plan and was prescribed peptides. And I am telling you, these are the fountain of youth in a little bottle. My energy has increased, my gut health is in check, my skin has never looked better, and it has absolutely brought out my muscle definition. Begin Anew is Jupiter's premier luxury med spa for a reason. Check them out today and see their February specials. Plus, you can book that consultation at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Crash on the exit ramp southbound 95 to westbound Atlantic Avenue in Delray Beach, but FHP reports no lanes are blocked. Further south, a crash in Boca. This is northbound 95 just south of Glades Road, and a left lane is blocked there. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's. 2 for $6. The best deal in fast food. When you want the best deal on the best meal, choose Wendy's 2 for $6. For just $6. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's. 2 for $6.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. Listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Tuesday. It is a Fat Tuesday, baby. That's right. Stand up and take a bow wow. Get a 20 and get a lap dance on me. Franny's out today. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And we're going to do a quick trifecta, and then we have somebody with a little bit of a ticket request. We're going to get him live, a guy who's been on our show before. And every time he comes in this show, he just adds a little bit sparkle. Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, the Miami Heat are adding Kevin Love in the league for about 11 years. I think it's going to be okay. Not going to change anything. I think he'll add some minutes. But I think Kevin Love's best days are behind him. Miami's 32-27 right now in 6th place in the NBA East. It might help a little, but I don't think the Heaters got enough this year. Not against the Bucks, not against the Celtics, Cleveland, or Philly. It's going to be tough. Maybe Jimmy Butler takes over again because he's the one guy who could bring us to the promised land and does what he has to do. If he gets hot, then maybe the Heat got a chance. But if not, I don't see it. And Greg Olson is the announcer for Fox. He did the Super Bowl. He makes $10 million a year. But if Brady comes back, he gets reduced to the second team and makes only $3 million a year. He said he's not rooting for Brady at all, kiddingly. But he said he's not walking away from Brady. He's not. He said he told Brady to bring it on, and whatever he has, he has. Here's news for you, Greg. Love you. Thought you're a great tight end. You're with the Canes. If Brady comes back, you're on the second team. There's no doubt about it. And if you're a New Yorker, you might have seen Carr over the weekend. He visited the Jets. Where is he going to sign? He's a free agent. He also is talking to the Saints, Carolina. There's a couple other teams that are interested. He got released by the Raiders. He's out there, and his services are for sale. And you're going to have to spend a lot of money. He's one of the best quarterbacks as free right now. But his percentage as far as completions this year was not great. So we'll see what happens. And it may see what happens with the Packers if Rodgers decides he wants to be a free agent and maybe go to Jets. There's also speculation of him with the Raiders. But who knows? It's going to be a carousel of quarterbacks in the NFL. And that is your trifecta at lunchtime. Now we bring this guy in time to time. Carmine from Mornings Wild, 95.5, him and Megan. Carmine, always great to see you, buddy.
Likewise, G. Happy Fat Tuesday.
Happy Fat Tuesday. So we're talking about tickets and different things, and the theme of the day is that I feel people should at least call me and not just text me for tickets. And how do you feel on that? Younger generation, obviously.
It's tough. People should not BS you. Don't start with the, oh, gee, how you been? How's everything? How's the dog? How's the cat? And then get to it. Oh, by the way, do you have these tickets?
Mm-hmm.
There's a better approach.
So do you think, though, they should actually call, or is texting fine?
No, you can't text if you want, because it's harder to say no, I think, on the phone. It's a lot easier to just text somebody no.
What do you think of it, Jimmy? Is it easier to say no over text?
Sure. It's easier to ask, and it's easier to say yes or no, and I think that's why a lot of people do it. I think a lot of people text because it's easier. You don't have to come up with some story. You can just, hey, how you been, buddy? Hey, by the way, I saw that, whatever such and such a show is in town. It's just easier.
That's why I prefer to ask in person if I'm going to ask for a favor or tickets, just because you can see the person's genuine reaction if you know they're BSing you or not, if they can get you those tickets.
Oh, okay. So you prefer actually doing it in person. Okay. That's a little different. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, for instance, if you're sitting down on a radio show about to ask somebody for tickets, I think that is the best way to go, because not only are you sitting in front of them, you have a witness.
Christ. Where do you go?
in yourself and everybody listening.
Andrew has the Honda Classic ticket.
That's what I thought too, there, Jimmy. That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here. So what are you looking for? Dallas Cowboys next year, Miami? I know that's on your list.
That was on the list.
I knew that was on the list.
But let's go in alphabetical order. Let's go with the Honda Classic first, because that's kicks off this Thursday.
Yes.
I know you and Tito's together, match made in heaven. Can you hook me up?
How many tickets you need?
Just 4.
Just 4?
Well, that's why I came in person.
Why need 4? Who's the other 2?
I can't tell you that.
I'm giving who's the other 2? I know you're taking your wife. I don't mind that, because, I'm a fan of hers. But I'm not going to give it. What do I look like, UNICEF? I'm helping the world? Red Cross?
You're just helping me, G. Behind the scenes, I scratch your back, you scratch my back. I'm just looking for 4. Nothing crazy.
Oh, boy.
And half of them are just for me personally. So I think that makes a big difference.
The thing is that you've done me favors, and I appreciate the favors, but every favor you've done for me, I've paid for.
Well, that's more than just a transaction. That's really not a favor.
Yeah.
I guess
I'm surprised he admitted to it.
We got to reword that.
Of course. He's going to admit. That's why I love him. He's honest. He's going to admit that everything he's done. Now, Jimmy does me a lot of favors. We'll never take a dime. Because you know what? He's just that kind of guy. You, though, no matter what it is, you'll never say, oh, that's too much. You go, yeah.
No, you're making me look like that guy. And the reason I need Honda Classic tickets is because I'm also on in Miami, so maybe I could get the Dolphins from them. I don't know if I got to use the G string just yet. What?
The G string. I like that.
Wow.
As I said that.
Wow, you can pull it all you want.
So, yes or no, G, about these Honda Classic tickets? Is it a possibility?
Everything's possible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's from The Godfather. And not, it's possible. It could happen. I mean, I just don't like the other 2 because I don't know where they're going. I mean, to you, put 4 on you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you're worth 4. 2 maybe.
Well,
you heard it here first, folks. I'm glad you came on.
I'm worth 1, and the other one's just doing me a favor because it's for me.
Yeah. 1 you're worth.
Well, Tyler's worth 1 for you.
Yeah. The other one for your girl, I like her, so she's nice. But the other 2 I don't even know. Are you going to be the baller and say you got them the tickets?
Are you doing a broadcast?
Yes, 2 days.
All right, it's not beneath me. You know what? I started, carrying equipment, pitching tents, so why don't I do that for the
That's
other
what
2?
I heard.
We have somebody already. He's on a roll today. Well, we have somebody already.
See if you can just add an extra 2 people to that list.
I'll see what I can do, Carmine. You know I have a hard time saying no, especially to you, but I will definitely make some calls for you. But at least you came in person.
No, you know what happens, though? You just, all of a sudden, I can't find you. I won't be able to find you over the next couple of days. That is your way of saying no.
No, it's not. You find me. Anybody who knows me and calls me or texts me, I think Jimmy will say it. You'll say it. I always get back.
Well, back to your question, though. Does somebody have a better chance of getting tickets from you if they call you?
No, I'm telling you they do.
Okay.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah, you definitely do.
Who's texting you for tickets right now?
Buddha. I swear to God, can you get me Honda Classic tickets? I mean, again, a little bit it's on me for knowing a lot of people and different things like that. But I think you should call. You know what I mean? Then just text somebody.
Do you have a level, too, of the person who texts you? Like, it's like, okay, this person actually has done some favors for me, so they get top tier. Like, I will do whatever I can to get you tickets. Someone's if it's convenient for me, I'll make it happen.
Well, of course there would be. There should be.
Yeah.
I mean, if somebody does something for you, you want to reciprocate.
Yeah.
I think that's normal for anybody. If somebody does something for you in any aspect of life, you want to remember. I get a little uncomfortable if girls will call me and say I'm taking their boyfriend.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean,
especially that you went on a date with them the night before.
Banged them.
It's a little awkward.
Date. I mean, that's a little weird.
It's like, how do you know my girlfriend? Oh, yeah, I was banging her last night. You're welcome for the tickets.
Yeah, yeah, that's a little weird. I think that is. But again, you got to respect honesty.
Enjoy the lawn seats.
Enjoy the lawn seats.
Well, Jimmy, I'm just trying to figure out where I fit in that category because I realized, 5 minutes ago that I don't really do G favors. It's just a transaction now. Now I feel like one of your girls, G.
You could have many times.
Nothing wrong with that.
If it gets me tickets, there's nothing wrong with that.
Trust me when I say nothing wrong with that.
Yes. But there are many times I have paid you to do something, and at any time you could have said no.
Oh, absolutely.
So you said yes. And I'm going to tell you in life, I'm going to teach you something. If you said no a couple times, the next one would probably be more.
Got it.
Because sometimes, you know what they say, a bird in the hand and three in the bush. You know what I mean? You got to be smart.
You know what I'm saying?
No need to buy the cow if you're getting the milk for free. I see what you're doing.
You want a Lipton tea bag, you got to get the tea bag. I don't know. I mean, I'll always help you, Carmine, because if I like somebody, I'm going to help them, male or female. I'm like that.
So let's start with 2 for Friday. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
Can you make that happen? Can I get a confirmation on air right now?
No. I'm not going to confirm anything.
Fair enough.
I will definitely try to get you 2 tickets for the Honda on Friday. That's not going to be a huge favor. 4, no. I just feel uncomfortable getting you 4. I don't think we're at that level. Now, if your girl pulls out something for me.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeehaw.
Like a brunette. Then that maybe could be something.
If it's 2 other girls I'm going with, then you'll consider it.
Yeah, probably.
Duh.
Jimmy's like, what's wrong with this kid?
Is water wet?
I mean, if it has tail involved and I'm going to help you out. But the one thing about you, you're very loyal to your girlfriend, which I respect. And, you're very much on board of whatever you're doing. So I know they're not tickets for you to try to, pick up something or something.
No, she's going to be there anyway. I mean, why would anybody do that? Tyler's coming with me.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Hide in plain sight?
No, he wants to know what the other 2 are for. That's what it is. I mean, that's the bottom line.
That's right. Jimmy is so good at that.
Ass or what?
Jimmy, are you going?
No, I don't. Can
I get Jimmy's tickets then?
No.
Wow, this is terrible.
No. I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm going to try. I said to you I'm going to try.
Fair enough.
There are no Jimmy tickets.
I'm going to try. I will definitely try to get you tickets. I appreciate what you've done. And I knew you were going to ask me for Dallas because there was 2 of my friends who asked me for Cowboy tickets for next year already. And I knew you were going to come in for Dallas because they're playing Miami and they're home.
There's not a date yet, though, right, for that game?
No, I don't think
the dates haven't been released.
I don't think the schedules are out. It just says what opponents they're playing.
When did they do that, May?
That's true, yeah.
No, I think July or August they bring out the schedule.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that
something
late?
like that.
Yeah.
It's later on, if I remember right.
Yeah, I mean, they'll tell you who they're playing, but then they don't tell you the exact dates.
Yeah, exactly.
I think every year they have a show about it.
Yeah.
Like they release the schedules, everybody watches it.
Big release as far as when they put it all together. That has got to be a monumental task.
Oh, yeah.
Just getting the venues and
everything.
What's going on where and when they can and
all that stuff. So let me ask you, how's the love life going at this point in your life?
Well, it's great. My girlfriend Tyler and I are fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anytime soon you think you're going to get
Pop
married?
the question?
Or is that a tough question to ask?
No, it's not a tough question to ask. It might be a tough question to answer.
Do you have the rest of the year?
Yeah. 2024, I'd say.
2024?
Yeah, next year.
Oh, so you got a lot of time. Yeah.
We're going to move in together over the next couple of months and see how that goes.
That's a big step. That's a big step.
You got a place?
No, I don't have a place.
All
But
right,
all I can tell you about living with girls is I've lived with 9 of them. And a marriage. So that's 10.
Yeah.
So it's
Big house then.
Doesn't matter the size of the house or where you live. It's tough. I mean, it's. Have you ever lived with a girl?
Yeah, of course.
You were married.
I was
right?
married before. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So then you know what it's about.
Trying to make this one last. So wish me luck for sure.
I think
But I
you
love her,
got you got a good one here.
Yeah, you got a good girl and you're good, so you just do the right thing. Respect her.
Mm-hmm.
Put her first before you. I know that's hard for you. You're selfish, but I mean, you got to do things like that.
That's why I'm getting tickets for other people. That's how selfish I am.
We don't know who the other 2 are. Are they
Still does.
employees? Are they employees?
No.
Okay.
They'd be in here too. They'd be in the other chair.
They wouldn't have a shot.
At least I'm in the game.
You are in the game. You're on the show. If I didn't like you, I wouldn't let you in the studio. Are you kidding me? You're good people.
Thank you,
Carmine, every morning you can hear him in who?
Megan.
That's right. In Wild 95, 6 to 10.
6 to 10. So.
You have a hard time getting up? How about today after you're off Monday? We talked about that a little.
No, I slept in yesterday, so I was good. I had enough energy. And usually, I mean, it's whatever. I wake up, I kind of just drag ass, and then I just grab an energy drink, and I'm good to go.
Yeah, you've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. It doesn't get easier, though. You just get used to it.
Yeah. How long have you been doing it? Is it a couple years?
About 1.5 years.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
That's not bad. And you were doing what, afternoons before that?
Yeah, that was a lot easier.
That was a bit easier.
That's a lot easier.
Afternoons are a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you go out, are you still lighting it up like you once did?
No, I'll go out on the weekends. Honestly, like 7:30 is the latest I'll be out on a weekday. Like
Really?
it's dinner, I'll have like early bird special. I'll be out at dinner 4:30, 5 o'clock.
So what does the girl do when you go to bed so early?
She's right there next to me. She's an early bird too.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, she doesn't want to go out. If she wants to go out, we'll go out. Like I said, Friday, Saturday.
Okay, so she's in bed with you at 7:30 too.
Mm-hmm.
That's
She's
good.
smart.
That's important.
She's smart, yeah.
Well, yeah, you don't want her commiserating out there.
No. All of a sudden, she comes back with 4 Honda Classic tickets. I'll be like, damn it. You talked to G, didn't
She
you?
got better game.
She does have a better chance to get him than you.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Tell her a little FaceTime later. Hey, man, you got to know your demographic. You got to know your role. I mean, come on. You know what I mean? You put honey with bees. There it is. Caviar's not cheap. You did a good job, though, Carmen. I would try to get you 2. But 4, I don't know about. Okay. If I find out the other 2 people's names,
okay,
then maybe it is. But I want to give 2 more tickets. I mean, Friday's a big deal. Now, you're not looking for why. I figured you'd be a guy for Sunday.
No, not Sunday. Sunday, because then I got to wake up on Monday. I don't like that last day. Too much nonsense.
Crowded.
Too crowded, and then the parties, it's like you can't move in PGA National, so.
But you have any advice for anybody trying to get into the radio business today?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Oh, God, don't. Wow, that was a stereo. Oh my God.
All of a sudden, we'll be like Greg Olson going on the second team.
So that's your advice for young people who come up to you? And have you bought any Girl Scout tickets? I mean,
Girl Scout tickets. You got 4 of those? No. Cookies? Yeah. They're even hanging outside Publix now. I got myself a box of Samoas because I ran out of the ones we got here when they came through. So
now, would it affect you ever, because we know somebody is having to, Jimmy, if one of the Girl Scouts' mom was, say, a nice-looking woman, would you buy cookies from the Girl Scout because if the mom was attractive?
Am I by myself?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, yeah. My boss cookies. Yeah,
2 peas in a pot over here.
You just got those other 2 tickets.
There it is. That's how you do it, kids.
Know your audience.
Know your demo. Finally figured it out.
Carmine, you're the best. I'll try
Thanks,
to get you 2 tickets. And look at even the phone, the picture of the love. Let me see that. Wow, that's nice. Then did she put that up or did you?
No, that's me.
Did you put it up?
Yeah, you learn your lesson after the first one goes down the drain. So.
Yeah, so did I.
I think everybody
waited 40 years.
I think everybody learns.
Yeah.
If you learn by your mistakes, it's not that bad.
That's true.
It really is. And if you don't, then you make the same mistakes.
Over and over and over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, and some of us have a tendency of doing that. Somebody told me the other night, they said, when you see red flags, why don't you stay away from these girls? And I'm like, I don't know.
Colorblind.
I'm colorblind. I don't know if they're really red flags. You know what I mean? You don't know. And then you find out, and not really red flags.
When you look back at it, you'll go, how didn't I see that? But in the moment, it's tough. It really is.
Well, because you're seeing something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. You're not seeing a red flag, that's for sure.
Meow.
Next thing you know, you got 8 boxes of Girl Scout cookies, and you don't know how life got away from you.
Bingo, yeah. And what is really a red flag? Because somebody can really justify anything that happened in life. You know what I mean? When you hear something, because somebody looks at it and they're like, well, this happened or that happened. Like one girl one time, he told me 3 of her husbands died mysteriously. That I was like, okay, I'm out. That was one.
Then she offered to bake cookies, and you're like, nah, I'm good. It's weird because a red flag could be a red flag later on. A lot of times in the moment, especially early on in a relationship, something that all of a sudden will bother you 6 months down the line won't at first. You might even think it's cute or adorable, and then you're like, wow, this chick's still breathing? It's like terrible.
That was Carmine.
That took a turn I didn't see coming.
Wow. What are you, Don Lemon? My God, that was bad. Carmine, all the best of luck to you.
4 tickets, let's go. Call up right now, see if we can make it happen.
Oh, my God. Is Franny in back tomorrow? We love you, Carmine. Mornings, Wild 95.5. You got Carmine and Megan. Great show. A lot of fun, a lot of energy. Always a good show and a lot of good times. Carmine, I would do my very best to get you the tickets. You are an ace. Say hi to your dad.
I will.
How's your mom feeling, by the way?
Oh, she's great. Thank you for asking.
Good. I appreciate that. God bless. It is Carmine who coming in asking for some tickets. Always a good time. It's Jimmy and the Greek. Jimmy, we got some Florida stories. We got anything we want to tip the scales with?
Sure. We're going to be talking about a lady who thought driving the wrong way and was a great idea, and a couple left their kids in a car coming up on the other side of the short break on Real Radio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
My name is Chrissy Lee. I have worked for FPL for 7 years. Solar is a stable fuel source, which will lead to stable bills and ultimately will produce savings for our customers.
Learn how FPL is investing in Florida's future at fpl.com/value.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach. The best view in Palm Beach are the ladies at Monroe's. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, 7 days a week. And Saturday, February 25th, it's Monroe's Golf Classic After Party 10K Challenge. Putt for a chance to win $10,000. Now that's a hole-in-one, baby. It's Monroe's in Palm Beach. The best ladies are always at Monroe's, 7 days a week. Peace.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Josh, quote, "After walking around my whole life being a mouth breather, I was excited to try Navage. I read the directions carefully, pressed the button, and oh my gosh, what a sensation. So much mucus, so much crud, but oh sweet, merciful air, I can finally breathe you through my nose. Never have I ever taken such an amazing breath in my life. This is a life changer," unquote. He's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Well, hello there. I am the Guitar Hotel. I have over 3,000 of the newest slot machines and nearly 200 table games with real cards and real dealers. Come experience my incredible lineup of restaurants, bars, and of course, Hard Rock Live. Or spend a day soaking up the sun in my 18 acres of poolside paradise. I can't wait to meet you. Visit hardrockholly.com to find out more.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
No one has the same taste as you.
You damn right.
From the music you love to the podcasts you can't live without. And only the iHeartRadio app has it all for free. Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
iHeartRadio.
Guys, here are the top 5 major lifestyle benefits of Andro 400. Number 1, lose body fat. Andro 400 curbs your appetite, which helps your body naturally burn body fat. Number 2, reduce sugar cravings. Andro 400 stops your urge to snack on sugary foods, which is a major cause of obesity. Number 3, increase energy. Andro 400 boosts energy throughout the day without the energy spikes you get from sugar or caffeine. Number 4, improve your mood. When you feel good about yourself, you're happy and confident, and Andro 400 can help do that for you. Number 5, boost testosterone levels. Andro 400 has helped men like you naturally increase their T levels. Those are the 5 major lifestyle benefits of Andro 400 and why men have been choosing Andro 400 since 2004. If you're ready for a more active and happy lifestyle, go to andro400.com and read true testimonials, see before and after pictures, and get free shipping and special discounts only on andro400.com. That's andro400.com.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Major road work will slow you down on the drive today. This is in West Palm, Jog Road South at Okeechobee. That left lane is blocked. Boca Raton accident now clearing 95 north before Glades Road. And make sure that you slow down for pedestrians on your ride today. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
From the Anajar Levine accident. The iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Welcome back to The Penthouse. It's always a pleasure to have you here with us on a Tuesday. Mardi Gras started, so today it is actually Fat Tuesday. We don't just always say it, right, Greek?
No, we don't always. Again, I like to call it Fat Tuesday once in a while, but it is kicking off Mardi Gras, which is always a great time. I've never been down there for that. Have you?
No, never been to New Orleans. As a matter of fact, that's on the bucket list. It might be one of the next vacations that we do because we want to get over there. And Carla loves that, I just call it the voodoo stuff.
The voodoo stuff. Yeah, I like that voodoo stuff.
Dirty bird can't fly with a broken wing. There's an old NFL. Remember those those old NFL promos they used to do?
That's right.
And that was obviously somebody from New Orleans that did that. But that was that's a bucket list thing. I'd like to get over there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of partying. I mean, everybody always says Bourbon Street's a lot of fun. Just it's craziness. I mean, that's what it is. 24/7. It definitely is a lot of fun down there. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Franny's out today. We'll be back with us tomorrow at the Honda Classic at the Stillhouse Lounge. But you got me and Jimmy today taking to 2 o'clock. And then after that, you do have the News Junkie. And then you got the Greek Zone and then Lex and Terry. But right now, we're going to get into some Florida stories.
Florida.
Did you say Florida?
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
Well, strap in. I'm going to tell you about a bunch of knuckleheads right here. We're going to start out with a Florida woman. She's been charged with aggravated battery after deputies say she deliberately drove into oncoming traffic, which led to a crash. Surprise, surprise, huh?
Yeah.
Apparently, she did it on purpose, too. Multiple witnesses told the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office the 20-year-old Inessia Gines was speeding in her Nissan Sentra through Highway 98 around 1 p.m. last Saturday. Deputies also say that Gines was driving the wrong way and she was doing it deliberately and swerving into oncoming traffic, eventually slamming into a Toyota driven by a 71-year-old man who fortunately did suffer some injuries, but not wasn't life-threatening. So,
thank God.
When I say fortunately, I mean they weren't life-threatening injuries. Unfortunately, he did suffer some, just in general. An off-duty police officer said he tried to detain Gines as she began to walk away. When he grabbed her, she asked, "Why are you touching me?" And he replies, "Because you almost killed someone." The deputy said Gines showed no sympathy. Instead, she blamed the other drivers, saying it was their bad, quote unquote. Gines was charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and resisting an officer. Hopefully, they put her away for a while.
Yeah, terrible.
These two need to go away, too. A man and a woman were arrested after investigators say the pair left two small children under the age of 2 in a running vehicle at a shopping mall in Boynton Beach. Delva Clairvoyant, 33, and 28-year-old Shelda Innicus were charged with 2 counts of child neglect and 2 counts of leaving children unattended or unsupervised in a motor vehicle. Officers responded to a call from a woman who alerted the Boynton Beach Police Department that there are 2 small children left unattended in a black 2021 Toyota Highlander. The 2 children were not in distress, thankfully, but Boynton Beach Police Fire Rescue had contacted to check in with the children to make sure that everything was okay. As a precautionary measure, they were there. The report states that the vehicle was unlocked, and within the vehicle, they found a wallet with a license belonging to Clairvoyant. Officers made multiple attempts to get in contact with the suspects. Eventually, they finally did, and the people came back to the car, and they were arrested immediately. According to the arrest report, Innicus said that when they arrived at Walmart, the children were sleeping and they didn't want to wake them. Come on, people.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You had the kids, take care of them.
Finally, a man is behind bars after police say he exposed himself to a woman. What's with these flashers? In January, matter of fact, on the 26th to be precise, a woman was in front of ER Bradley's. According to the arrest affidavit, she noticed a gray 4-door vehicle driving slowly near her. The vehicle eventually stopped, and the driver, now identified as Rakeem Williams, he's about 28 years old, called out to her saying, "Hey, girl."
Hey, girl.
That's when the victim noticed William had his pants down and his genitalia out and was, well, you know what he was doing. According to the police with the West Palm Beach Police Department, The victim began recording, causing Williams to drive away. After further investigation, police were able to identify the suspect and had the victim identify him in a photo lineup. Police also obtained video surveillance from E.R. Bradley's and found that Williams deliberately stopped by this particular victim because there's nobody in front of him in his car or anything. So it wasn't like he was stopped for something else and just did this for, to kill time.
Yeah.
Williams was arrested and charged with 1 count of exposure of sexual organs. And that is some What the Florida stories to make you just scratch your head and go, what is up with these people?
Yeah, there is a lot of wackadoos out there. Jimmy, thank you as always for the Florida stories. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call if you want to get involved with the show. You always ask us a question, but on the table today was bad sequels of movies, one thing. Also, we talked about when you want a favor, should you have to actually talk to the person, or is texting fine? It seems like texting is what people want to do. I, on the other hand, think you should pick up the phone and actually ask the person. And what is it harder to say no? We had a Carmine in here, and he said, you know what, it's a little harder to say no in person. But on the phone, you're not seeing the person.
See, I think that's kind of the opposite, isn't it? Isn't it easier to, on the phone, deal with that?
I would think so. I mean, unless you're doing...
Or in a text?
Yeah, I would think so. I think you're right. But I think he wanted to see the person's face. But I think also, if you do, you could take it a step further and do like FaceTime and call somebody, so they actually...
Now, all right, so now that gets me to a question to ask you. Then would FaceTiming be equal to asking in person?
Yeah, it'd be a lot closer. Yeah, it'd be closer. Yeah, because when I'm...
Versus a text, all right? It's not a text.
Yeah, I'm saying like you just pick up the phone and just say, hey, what's up, how you doing? Instead of getting a text like I got this morning from somebody a year ago. And it was almost the same date. It was a couple, because, in February, and I looked at it, and I wrote back to him. I go, bro, this is a year ago. You just asked me for the same thing. And I didn't see no other thing in there. And again, I don't have names on my phones. Everybody knows that. I just keep it. I knew as soon as I got it this morning at 7 o'clock, I'm like, this is so-and-so. Yeah, FaceTime would be nice. Yeah, it shows something.
Okay, so that's more that's closer to a phone call and actually being in person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, on the
I agree, too, by the way. I think that's pretty much the same.
Yeah, and I also think is it harder to say no to somebody when they're looking at you? Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I understand Carmine, what he was saying when you ask somebody for something. But again, if you don't have it, you don't have it. That's the other thing, too. Like, if you can't help somebody, you can't help them. I mean, like, I had somebody call me for food and wine tickets this weekend down in South Beach. They're very expensive tickets. I don't, what I mean? I got one pair from somebody. I don't, I'm not going to give them away. We got a big thing, the Great Smoke, coming up in March 4th. People asking me for tickets for that. But if you don't have the tickets, you can't get it. Then it's easy. You just say, hey, I don't have them, bro.
That's an easy way to get out of it.
Yeah. You just say, hey, look.
And I say get out of it. I mean, it's not like you're trying. I mean, if you can't get them, you can't get them.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't have them. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. If you guys want to get involved, you can give us a call, 877-927-6969. We'll get back with a scenario I had to deal with on Saturday night with a couple of my friends, all for a poker game. What guys will do to get into a poker game. We'll be back in a few minutes. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
And they said 1 in 7 men and 1 in 10 women in the United States don't have a single friend.
Do you think any of this group of people would make a good radio host? Because, you of the three of us are the closest to having no friends.
Oh, wow.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
My dad has a cold, but also has high blood pressure. That's why I got him Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure for fast, powerful nighttime relief. Unlike some ordinary cold medicines, it's specially formulated for people like my dad. NyQuil High Blood Pressure is sugar-free, alcohol-free, and decongestant-free.
Vicks NyQuil High Blood Pressure. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, cold, and flu for people with high blood pressure.
Like my dad.
Medicine. Use as directed.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business needs, from quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options. Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
We know that aging is not for the faint of heart, but the Landing of Lake Worth celebrates the rewards of aging and tackles the challenges head on. We believe life should be joyful at every stage, so we have a unique focus on wellness of mind, body, and spirit, bringing an unparalleled sense of optimism to residents and their families. Come home to personalized assisted living and memory care services at the Landing of Lake Worth, where happiness never grows old. Visit thelandingoflakeworth.com for more information. That's thelandingoflakeworth.com.
Hey, it's the Greek from Monroe's in Palm Beach. The best view in Palm Beach are the ladies at Monroe's. Adult entertainment, upscale dining, 7 days a week. And Saturday, February 25th, it's Monroe's Golf Classic After Party 10K Challenge. Putt for a chance to win $10,000. Now that's a hole-in-one, baby. It's Monroe's at Palm Beach. The best ladies are always at Monroe's, 7 days a week. Peace.
I'm Martin Hoke, the inventor of Navage Nasal Care, and I love Navage. I've told you about how your nose is the body's air filter, that Navage's powered suction will help flush out allergens, viruses, mucus, and germs, and that Navage will help you breathe better. But what do other people say about Navage? Like Tara, quote, "My doctor wanted me to do saline rinses for my allergies, but I've never been able to successfully use a neti pot. Navage uses suction power, so it's foolproof. There are nights when I'll have particularly bothersome allergies. I'll bust it out, and the results are immediate. It's such a relief. It's become a lifesaver." Unquote. She's one of over 100,000 online reviews praising Navage, the all-natural solution trusted by over 3 million people to help you breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier without drugs. Navage is available at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Target, Rite Aid, and online. Navage, Navage, clean nose, healthy life.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
It's game day at Jim's house, and the spread is impressive.
Mike's already done some damage with the hot wings, and now he's dropping back and going deep for another slice of pizza.
I sure hope he brought the Pepto.
Mike knows that Pepto-Bismol provides fast 5-symptom relief from unexpected stomach upsets. He's no rookie.
The way he's throwing back those nachos, he's the GOAT.
Be ready for game day with Pepto-Bismol.
When you have nausea, heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Even though the holiday all about love has come and gone, does not mean that you should not love others and yourself all year round. Hey, this is Franny, and I have the perfect idea for showing that love. Go and treat yourself or a loved one at Begin Anew Med Spa. From luxurious facials to a little bit more extensive acne scar removal treatment and microneedling, they have it. We all want to look and feel our best, and for most, hair loss can really bring down one's confidence. Well, Begin Anew has PRP hair restoration to bring back that confidence. But maybe you're content with how you look physically, but you could use
a boost internally. I know I did, so I got in their optimal wellness plan and was prescribed peptides. And I am telling you, these are the fountain of youth in a little bottle. My energy has increased, my gut health is in check, my skin has never looked better, and it has absolutely brought out my muscle definition. Begin Anew is Jupiter's premier luxury med spa for a reason. Check them out today and see their February specials. Plus, you can book that consultation at beginanewmed.com. That's beginanewmed.com. If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Major road work will slow you down on the drive today. This is in West Palm, Jog Road South at Okeechobee. That left lane is blocked. Boca Raton accident now clearing 95 north before Glades Road. And make sure that you slow down for pedestrians on your ride today. That's traffic on Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies. Dell Technologies President's Day sale starts now with savings on select sleek XPS PCs and more powered by 12th gen Intel Core processors, plus savings on essential accessories and free shipping. Call 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Only iHeartRadio gives you access to all.
iHeartRadio.
Access to all of your favorite radio stations.
It's Ryan Seacrest. I go by the name of Charlamagne the God.
Hi, I'm Ellen K.
Bobby Bones here. Hola, soy Enrique Santos.
Access to all of the best free curated playlists.
My favorite music. The best songs.
A little bit of everything.
Access to all of the great podcasts for every free iHeartRadio app now.
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeart radio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a good day. And it is a Fat Tuesday. Don't forget that Honda Classic tickets we gave away. It is Honda Classic Week. Get out there, enjoy yourself. We gave tickets away last week, this week. Hope you guys have a good time and enjoy. Francis is out today. We'll be back tomorrow with us at the Tito Stillhouse Lounge. Jimmy's in the house.
Good afternoon.
And I believe we have somebody on hold.
We do. We got our buddy Chris checking in with us. Hey, Chris, welcome to the Penthouse.
What's going on, boys? The Boys Club today. How's everybody?
Everybody's good, Chris. How are you doing today on a Tuesday?
It's good. Finally, it's a real Fat Tuesday. So, hey, it's your day.
That's right. I've said it for years, but today is actually really a Fat Tuesday. Jimmy had to point it out. He said, Greek, it is Fat Tuesday. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
That's it. No, I haven't, actually. No. I've driven a lot of places. I've actually never even driven through Louisiana. But I've driven through a lot of states down south, but not Louisiana. Would like to go there one year. I heard it's something to do.
Yeah.
Even if it's not Mardi Gras, you know?
No, it's supposed to be a great city. A lot of fun. They got a lot of activities. Everybody's having a good time, partying, drinking, throwing beads at each other, stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's big. I like history too. So there's a lot of history in that town there. But I'm calling for some tickets. Probably the hardest set of tickets I think anybody ever asked you to get. You think you can get me Jets playoff tickets next year?
Nice. That's good, Chris. I like that one.
That would be hard. Not impossible. Not impossible, but hard. Yeah. If you want it for free, no. If you want to pay, yes. And will the Jets be in the playoffs next year? That is the bigger question.
I think that was the joke, right?
Yeah. That's what I mean.
I know you're a big Jet fan.
Which guy, this, that guy. My whole theory is, it was like when my son was looking for a car. Oh, Dad, this thing, that one, this one. There's a reason that another team gave him up. I mean, I understand Aaron Rodgers is, still one of the best. He was one of the greats, this and that. But Derek Carr, I don't know. I don't analyze him as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do respect. I know we kid around a lot on the phone. I really do respect your opinion when it comes to sports. If he's so great, what the hell did they get rid of him for? That kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Well, Carr was with him for 7 years. He had some good seasons. He fell off a little this year. I think it's also a monetary thing. Might have been some personnel issues. Do I think if the Jets get him as an upgrade to what they have? Yes, without a doubt. But I think the best teams are in the AFC. I don't think it's going to change over the summertime. You're going to have the Chiefs, the Bengals, and the Bills. They're the three best teams, I think. And I think if you want to compete with them, the Jets, they had the rookies of the year on both sides of the ball. They have very good defensive line. They got some playmakers. But Rodgers would put them really in there, and then in the conversation, let me put it that way. I don't know if Carr will. I think the Jets will get to the playoffs with Carr, but I don't know if it puts them in the conversation with Burrow and the Bengals and Mahomes and obviously as the champs with the Chiefs. And again, I think everybody's going to be on Buffalo's jock again next year because they really do have a great team on both sides of the ball, and Josh Allen's one of the best quarterbacks. So it depends. Do you want to make the playoffs or do you want to make a run at the Super Bowl? And I know a lot of people say, it's only one season or two that Rodgers could be with the team. The Jets haven't been in a Super Bowl since '69. So at this point, you throw caution to the wind and you try to get whatever you can, like the Rams did a couple years ago, and go for him. I know Derek Carr's brother said today it's going to be a long process. Nothing's going to happen anytime soon. So it is going to be a process, and these guys are around, checking out different teams. It must be a great position to be in, flying in on a private jet and get wined and dined, and people tell you they're going to get gives you millions of dollars. I'm sure it's great, but at the end of the day, if I was the Jets, I would go for Rodgers. That's just one humble man's opinion.
I mean, the other whisper was Jackson. I mean, that was the other.
Lamar Jackson could get franchised. Lamar Jackson does not have an agent. His mom represents him. There even is speculation. They said now he may sit out a year. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with that. But Lamar, the last 2 years, has missed 5 games both years. He runs, he gets hit. Right. He's had a couple, he didn't have any operations. He had an ankle soreness in his hip. No operations, but he missed 5 games the last 2 years. So that's another part of it. And any quarterback who runs a lot, you're going to deal with that. But I think the free agency is going to be, exciting like it was last year. It was a great last year. A lot of teams changed. A lot of players changed different teams. It's a carousel. But that's what makes the NFL so successful. It doesn't stop. You got the combine in a couple weeks. Then you got the draft. And then before you know it, May and June are a little quiet. Then they sort of get ready for preseason and the camps.
Right.
And before you know it, we'll be here. What team's on Hard Knocks?
Yeah.
Who do you want? You're a Jet fan.
I like I said, it don't matter. I would just like, so, I mean, honestly, and again, all joking aside, I know we kid around a lot. I just want some success, maybe a decent playoff run.
Yeah.
Something just to, the last time we made playoffs in the AFC Championship was Sanchez. I mean,
yeah, it was a while ago.
The first 2 years he was rookie. I mean, a lot of people, make light of the butt fumble. But the first 2 years he was a quarterback. We went to the AFC.
Both years. Yep. Yeah, Rex Ryan.
Yeah.
And they beat the Patriots a couple times. Yeah, so no, they had some decent teams. Sanchez was okay. He wasn't a great quarterback, but he got the job done. Rex Ryan now is interviewing for the Denver coach, so Denver defense coordinator. Right. So we'll see what happens, Chris. I mean, I hope you guys get somebody, but I'm sure you will because the owner's got deep pockets.
Personally, I think Derek Carr would probably be the best fit. I think he would fit right in with that organization. He's only 31 right now, so he's got a couple of years. Aaron Rodgers, you're getting max 2 years out of max, maybe even just one. And Lamar Jackson's hurt all the time. I think that's why, longevity-wise, at least for the next 5 years or so, you get that out of Carr, maybe 4 years out of Carr, and then you start looking for your next guy. I thought they had it, but I guess he's too busy banging moms.
Too busy. And you got Jimmy G, who's out there, too.
Yeah, well, that's true, too. Jimmy G's another possible option there.
I was just going to ask you that.
Another guy that's always hurt, though.
Yeah.
He's like Lamar. I mean, every year he's hurt. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate for Finns fans. The same thing as seems to be with Tua. Let's hope that stops next year.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a lot of quarterbacks who played a long time, like both of the Mannings, Brady. These guys were very durable. Mm-hmm. I mean, they played all the time, and that's what you need. You need guys to be playing. Mahomes in the first 5 years, he's been very durable. Lamar's been out, and like you said, a lot of these guys that get injured, they're not on the field, so they don't help. And that's not a good thing, obviously.
You're not playing. Yeah, if you're not playing, you're not doing nothing. And the way these deals, you read this, you read that, and it's all these commentators making speculation left, right, or center.
Nobody knows.
A deal's got to be done before. Right, but they're trading picks, too. A deal's got to be done before
The draft.
the draft. Yeah.
Well, the draft's not until April, so we'll see what happens. It's in Kansas City this year. But again, you're going to hear a lot of speculation, a lot of rumors going out there. And most rumors, they don't even know. And that's all they are, is rumors. So, Chris, we got a Bellyhana. Thanks for the call, and I hope the Jets get somebody good.
All right, thanks. Peace, guys. Talk to you soon.
Peace. It is the Penthouse. Jimmy and the Greek. Franny's out today. We'll be back with a trifecta and talk about some movie roles that people turned down. Was it good or was it bad? We'll be back. Peace.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace. What? Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
When you hire your local CertaPro painters, you get
the power of a cut above.
Decades of expertise to transform your home from so-so to virtuoso.
The power of neighborhood painters.
We live where you live and probably like the same pizza place you do. Put
the power of pro
to work for you today. Get your project started at CertaPro.com.
Each CertaPro painter's business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
With PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
Cloud-based premium accounting software and full-service payroll for up to 500 employees.
PatriotSoftware.com, accounting and payroll, keep your time and money.
I thought learning a language would be too much work. Then I discovered Babbel. They make learning fun. J'aime Babbel.
Babbel's lessons only take 10 or 15 minutes, quick and easy. And soon, you turn and realize, hey, I'm starting to speak another language. How'd that happen?
My friend from Italy said my accent and pronunciation is perfect. It's because Babbel's lessons are designed by language teachers and voiced by real native speakers. Each lesson is like living in another country for 15 minutes.
I love that there's all kinds of ways to learn. Babbel's podcast or games or videos. You can even join live classes with a language teacher.
You learn words and phrases you actually use in real conversations.
In 3 weeks, I was starting to speak in another language. So easy.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than Babbel.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
This week at Macy's, find big savings on essentials for you and your home, like men's classic polos from Tommy Hilfiger and more. A limited time special at $44.99 to $55.99. 30 to 60% off gorgeous handbags. And 15% off select blenders, juicers, and more for your kitchen. Plus, Star Rewards members earn on every purchase except gift cards, services, and fees at Macy's. More at Macy's.com/Star Rewards. Savings off sale and clearance prices. Exclusions apply.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
Marcus, what happened?
I was changing my oil and I spilled some on the floor.
Oh, well, use these $50 bills to wipe it up.
Perfect. Got any more?
Yeah, take a couple hundred.
Stop. Instead of using money, use an old rag. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
Hi, this is Joe Cordell with the law firm Cordell & Cordell. Divorce can be complicated, especially if children are involved. If you're a father and want to protect your role in your children's lives, remember Cordell & Cordell. We've helped men with matters like these for 30 years, and we'd love to help you.
Contact Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Miami area attorneys. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
Do you struggle with occasional nerve aches in your hands or feet? Try Nervive Nerve Relief from the world's #1 nerve care company. Nervive tablets contain alpha-lipoic acid to relieve nerve aches, weakness, and discomfort, plus B-complex vitamins to support healthy nerve function as you age. Live life with less nerve discomfort with Nervive Nerve Relief. Learn more at nervivehealth.com. And try Nervive Pain Relieving Cream to block nerve pain signals at the source. Use as directed.
Dell Technologies President's Day business event starts now with deals to power America's doers and dreamers. Save on select performance business PCs powered by 12th Gen Intel Core processors. Don't forget special pricing on the latest monitors, docks, and accessories, plus free shipping and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call a Dell Technologies advisor at 877-ASK-DELL for President's Day deals. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Hello, this is Joe Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is a firm that practices family law exclusively. We focus on only one area of the law to maximize our strength and effectiveness as advocates for clients that have everything on the line: their homes, savings, and most importantly, their children. We're the partner our clients count on.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Miami area attorneys. Se habla español. Legal services available in English and Spanish. Offices in Miami-Dade County and Fort Lauderdale. CordellCordell.com. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Hayes the Greek for Tito's Handmade Vodka. The Penthouse will be live Wednesday and Thursday at the Honda Classic at Tito's Stillhouse Lounge. Stop by and say hi, enjoy the golf, and have a Tito's on me. Woo-hoo! It's a great day of fun, enjoyment, and of course you got golf. And you'll have Tito's. Tito's Handmade Vodka, top shelf of all vodkas. Honda Classic and Tito's, that sounds like a perfect parlay.
Wouldn't it be nice to say you have a graphic design team, printer, and direct mail company on staff for your business? With Bulldog Marketing, you almost do. Their clients range from Main Street to Fortune 500s, and their facilities are right here in West Palm Beach. Plus, they're fast. Small batches, large print jobs, bring it on. They'll get it done on time, almost like they were on your own team. Email them at info@bdmk.net. That's info@bdmk.net. And let's get your job in the works.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
Major road work will slow you down on the drive today. This is in West Palm, Jog Road South at Okeechobee. That left lane is blocked. Boca Raton accident now clearing 95 north before Glades Road. And make sure that you slow down for pedestrians on your ride today. That's traffic on Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
Nearly 3 out of 4 cardiac arrests that don't happen in hospitals happen at home. For American Heart Month, join the American Heart Association in an urgent challenge for one person in every home to learn CPR. Be the beat for someone you love when it matters most. Go to cpr.heart.org to access CPR resources,
You're listening to Real Radio 92.1, and we are an iHeartRadio station. You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Tuesday, and it is a Fat Tuesday because it kicks off the big party in New Orleans, baby. Bourbon Street. It's on a list for Jimmy, a bucket list, and maybe I get down there one time. I was in New Orleans one time years ago, and it was okay. I was not there long, though, maybe 36 hours. And I might have been with a girl, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Francis is out. We'll be back with us tomorrow at the Honda at the Stillhouse Lounge. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
And we're going to do a little trifecta, and then we're going to get into a little poker story.
Riders up.
All right, Greg Olsen is with Fox, and he played for Carolina in the NFL, and he was a Cane, and he was the number one team, and he gets $10 million a year, $10 million to broadcast football. But if he gets demoted and he goes down to the second team for Fox, supposedly he only gets $3 million. So he said, you know what? I'm ready to go. I'm going to rock and roll. I'm going to take Brady on. I'm not stepping away from it, and maybe Brady's got to earn it. Simple fact is, if Brady comes to Fox next year, not this year, they're not putting him on a second team. Olsen's going to go down to $3 million. I hope he can make it. But he's got one more year to prove himself, and who knows? Maybe put Brady and Olsen together. Maybe that could be some kind of a situation for Fox. But I thought they did a good job, Fox, for the Super Bowl, and I think Olsen does a good job too. Always has that player's perspective, which a lot of fans do enjoy. Now, Mr. Judge last year hit 62 home runs for the Yankees. All rise, as Jimmy would say. And this year, the under-over at DraftKings is 41. 41, that is right. That is the under-over for him to hit home runs. Jimmy, I know I asked you earlier, but again, are you betting under or over?
I'll take the over. I'll have my faith in him, and
Okay.
a little bit of that is from my heart as well. So I can't deny. If I was only going with my head, I would think, well, guys have a tendency of falling off after they get the big contract. But let's hope he keeps that hitting streak, because he had the typical slump after the All-Star break last year, but then he bounced back. So I think he can bounce back and keep doing it again next year. Yeah, give me the over. 41, is it?
Yes.
All right.
And what about 288 batting average?
Oh boy, that's like right there, isn't it? Yeah, that'd be tough. I'm going to say under, just because I think it'll be like just slightly under.
All right, so under 288. 288 is his batting average, under over, and 41 for home runs. Baseball is back this weekend, by the way. Teams will be playing over the weekend. So you can see them locally. You know, we have a lot of teams. We have the Cardinals, we have the Nationals, we have the Astros, we have the Marlins, we have the Mets. So this weekend they got some games going on.
I think the Yankees and Red Sox play each other this year in the in preseason.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That'll be sold out. Always.
Yeah,
No matter
I think in Jupiter, I want to say.
Oh, that'll be great. Yankees and Red Sox down here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I thought I heard the Yankees were playing the Nationals down here.
Somebody told me that, so I don't know. I'm going by that. So I'm going by secondhand information.
Yeah,
which
I know they're
isn't
playing.
good.
They're playing the Nationals because the Nationals are down here, but I don't know about them playing the Red Sox. Maybe, but we'll see what happens. But baseball's back. Pitchers and catchers did report, and the Miami Heat picked up Kevin Love. That's right. The Heat picked up Kevin Love with the Cavaliers for years. Picked up an NBA title with Cleveland. He's going to help them in the front court. Miami is 32-27. They're in sixth position last time I looked for the NBA playoffs. I think that's about where they're going to be this year. They've had some injuries. Bam was in the All-Star game. Jimmy Butler's got to pick it up. Lowry's going to be out. Hero, I don't know if they can compete with the big dogs of the East like Cleveland. And, Milwaukee and Boston is going to be tough, and even Philly. But I hope for the best with the Heaters. We always do. But Kevin Love was a pickup. It's going to help him in the front court, and we'll see if he adds anything to that lineup. Again, like I said, the Heat, I think, will just be about where they're at, 32-17. They got about 30 games left and change, and I think they could, they got a shot to win 50 games. They definitely have a shot to win 50 games. And that is your last trifecta of the day. If you want to get involved with us, you can call us at 877-927-6969. A few things on the table, sequels. What do you think about them? Should somebody have to call you for a favor as a text, just fine. You could also email Jimmy at realradio921.com. So there was a big poker game this weekend. Some of my friends were playing Saturday night, and both asked me to be cover for them, that they were at the dinner with me at two different restaurants. One was obviously New York Prime, home away from home for me, and another one was the Warren. One guy's married, one guy is dating somebody. Both asked me to do it. I said, yeah, I guess. What am I going to say? There were text messages. I said, no problem. Didn't realize what I was saying, but I did go into New York Prime for a birthday party that another one of my buddies was having. And I walked in, and I saw one of the girls, and she said, what are you doing here? I said, having dinner, meeting somebody. She goes, aren't you supposed to meet Don? And I'm like, yeah. But I was quick on my feet, and I said, yeah, I got to meet Don later. So I was at two places. These guys were both playing poker, did not want the girlfriend or the wife to know, because most guys hide gambling things. They don't want their girls or wives to know. So I was a good excuse for some people. I never got up to the Warren, but I was at New York Prime for a while. But I did leave because I did say I was coming back around 11 o'clock. And I didn't want to get the guys in any kind of trouble. But when it comes to gambling, guys are going to lie about the track, different things. Like, again, but somebody could call somebody FaceTime, and you're dead. You're definitely caught. That's something you got to think about. Jimmy, do we have somebody on hold?
We do. We have our buddy Anthony checking in with us. Hey, Anthony, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, what's up, Penthouse? How's everyone doing?
Anthony, before you say anything, good call on Providence.
Yeah, that was really good. I liked that a lot. Good job on that Kansas game too.
Yeah, Teddy didn't like it, but I did like it, and I saw Providence, and I thought I said, "What? That was a great call."
Yeah. Before I get started, I got a winner for you, G. Got a winner today. Xavier.
Yeah, who they playing?
Villanova.
Yeah. You don't like Villanova. Did Villanova cover the other day or no? No, they didn't against Providence.
They didn't.
Yeah.
They're on a bad streak, G. They're playing once again. They're playing on the road again against a team that's really good at home. And what I like about these college teams, especially when they're at home, it's offensive rebound.
Yeah.
And if you don't got the offensive rebound, you're just giving away 4 points basically every game, and not every game. Every 2 minutes. They're not going to cover again. They're not going to cover tonight against. They're laying. They're getting 4.5. It's not going to happen.
All right.
On the road, and I guess this team, Xavier -4.
All right, good.
What do you like? You think Miami can do it tonight on the road?
The Heaters or the Canes?
No, the Canes.
Who are they playing?
They just had it up. They're getting 2. They're laying 2.
But who are they playing?
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech? I mean, they beat Clemson. They beat North Carolina. I guess they could. They beat Duke pretty bad. They were home. But they're hot, the Canes. But they're undefeated at home.
On the road, lane 2.
Yeah, I mean, I would go with the Canes and Xavier. I think both of those are good picks. You don't know, obviously, but we'll see.
Oh, nobody knows.
No.
One more thing. If you're giving favors out next month, the Grizzlies come to Miami. I would love courtside to that.
Yeah, I can't wait. Morant, that's going to be a hot ticket. Tickets, maybe. Courtside, no.
Just put me right next to Spoza. I could just give him tips in the game.
Is that your favorite player?
No, right now it's between him and Morant because he's young. It's between him or Tatum because it's Celtics, obviously. But
how about that over Sunday? Wow.
Oh my God! It's just they didn't play any defense. That's why.
No.
None of the guys want to get hurt. It's like the Pro Bowl.
No.
Unless they do some things to change it around, it'd be nice. But you said the slam dunk contest? Yeah, a lot of guys had him. A lot of guys had that guy.
Yeah, very unfamiliar for not a household name, but he did great. I mean, he lit it up.
Yeah.
And then he did the thing at the end, which everybody was going crazy about, which is cool.
Yeah. You guys have a great day. I love you. You guys have an amazing rest of the week. Let's go Xavier, -4.
All right, Xavier, we're rooting for him. Hope you win, Anthony. Thank you for the call. 877-927-6969. Sequels on the table. If you guys want to give us a call. Also, we're asking about when you need a favor, do you really have to pick up a phone or can you just text? Jimmy, I know you had some roles that movie stars actually turned down.
Well, speaking of sequels and movies, yeah, there's some movie roles. And the reasons why some of these famous actors turned them down, I thought a couple of these were pretty cool. Or just interesting. In fact, Will Ferrell backed out of doing a comedy about Ronald Reagan's dementia after it received backlash from Reagan's children and the Alzheimer's Association.
I can see that.
I think I'd back out of that, too.
Sure, so would I. No doubt about it. And I think that was a smart move all around.
And it doesn't matter whose Alzheimer's it is. I mean, that's something that you stay away from. It's not a funny subject.
No.
Amelia Clark declined to lead in 50 Shades of Grey because she didn't want to do any more nudity after Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I can see that. Women don't want to do it anymore because they also want to be, thought about in that range.
Mm-hmm.
And then they say a lot of times when people become bigger stars, obviously you can pick and choose where you want to do what you want.
I'm not familiar with her before Game. right?
Okay.
So
was there a lot of nudity in that?
For her, yeah.
Okay.
A lot of topless stuff in the beginning, but as the series got more popular, she stopped doing it.
Oh, okay.
Jack Nicholson passed on playing. Here's one for you, Michael Corleone.
Oh wow.
Which Pacino ended up doing in The Godfather because he believed that, quote, Indians should play Indians and Italians should play Italians.
Okay.
He turned it down because he wasn't Italian.
Mm-hmm. It's unbelievable, though, like those famous roles, because you think of yourself, like, Jack doing him, Michael? No way. Pacino was perfect. But that's what you were throwing.
I could see Nicholson doing it, though.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, a lot of times, like, we have those, right? Those stories where you can't picture another actor playing a certain role.
Of course.
And I get that. That happens all the time. Nicholson, though, I think he could play a mobster.
Well, again, at the time, he was, it was a long time ago. He was very young. I think of Pacino because Pacino had that baby face.
Mm-hmm.
When he came up, he was in the army and the whole thing. But like you said, it's what you're sold.
Sure.
Just like Tony Soprano. Like, people talk about that. There was going to be a lot of guys who played him, and you think to yourself, man, there's only one Tony.
Yeah, it'd be tough, but I'm sure there are some other
Sure.
guys that could pull that off. But he was meant for that role.
Yeah.
Lily Allen rejected playing Yara Greyjoy on Game of Thrones because she'd been played the sister of a real life brother, so it was incestuous. So she didn't want to play just for that, even though it was only a storyline in the show, not obviously in real life. Amanda Seyfried turned down playing Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy because she didn't want to be green. Wow. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that particular character is all green, right? So I have to imagine, though, from a makeup standpoint, that had to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, every day. But you're getting paid. So.
We hear about a couple of those, too, especially when you get, like, sci-fi flicks like that.
Yep.
It takes hours and hours and hours just to put the costume on every day. Warren Beatty declined playing Bill in Kill Bill because he didn't want to leave his kids for a long time since it was being filmed in China.
I can see that.
So there's life, your personal life type of experience, and I get that. Anne Hathaway turned down the role of Allison Scott in Knocked Up because she worried about how her future self might feel about the explicit birth scene. She said, quote, having not experienced motherhood myself, I didn't know how I was going to feel on the other side about giving birth. Yeah. It's kind of strange. Mm-hmm. And finally on this list, Selena Gomez reportedly turned down the role of Michi Torres in Camp Rock because she knew that if she had passed on it, that her friend Demi Lovato would end up getting it. So she just, let it go because it was for a friend type thing. So,
that's nice.
Couple of roles that actors turned down and why they turned them down.
The Godfather, again, one of the most biggest movies ever, icon. But Paramount did not want Pacino or James Caan or Robert Duvall. Didn't want any of them. And he fought obviously the producer and got all three of them. But they didn't want Caan or any of them. And it was all great moves because it turned out to make all those guys have great careers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was epic. I mean, again, you got to give it off to the director and the producer. That's who they believe should play the role.
Well, we were talking, too, earlier about the bad sequels, best sequels. That always turns up on the list. Godfather 2 always turns up to be one of the best sequels ever, as well as, like, Empire Strikes Back, Terminator 2, Judgment Day was another one, The Dark Knight. But, yeah, I don't think anything would ever touch Godfather 2 as being the best sequel that was ever put out.
A lot of people like it better than one.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
They say it all the time. Mm-hmm. It is the Penthouse on a Tuesday. Don't forget, after us, it is the News Junkies, then the Greek Zone, and then you got Lex and Terry. Jimmy, great job. Did so much today, as usual. Did the Florida stories, fun facts, the blog, answered phones, helped us with the contest, and great content. Thank you so much for a great effort today.
Well, thanks for working with me today, Greek. It's always a pleasure, and thank you for tuning in.
You guys have a good afternoon. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for listening to Real Radio all the time. Franny will be back tomorrow. We'll be at the Honda Classic at the Stillhouse Lounge. Always enjoy yourself. Be thankful for what you have and stop worrying about what you don't have. Just enjoy, people. Peace.
It's Rover from Rover's Morning Glory. Wake up with me each morning. Just tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1.
Hello.
On iHeartRadio.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. It's another warm and sunny day across the area on this Tuesday. Temperatures are back in the mid to upper 80s later this afternoon, above average and close to records for the day today. We're going to stay warm and sunny as we move through the rest of the week. Our temperatures will be remaining in the mid to upper 80s as we move into the weekend.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com. Do you need new blinds or shades? Blindster.com offers custom-made blinds, shades, and shutters with free shipping and prices less than big box retailers. And right now, save 50% off any order during Blindster's President's Day sale. Hurry, sale ends February 23rd. Blindster.com.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
So I'm bullish on used cars right now. Go to my website, givemethevin.com, and you will get a great experience. They don't call us America's best car buyer for nothing.
Sell us your car. Givemethevin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
On the podcast Really Know Really, join best friends Jason Alexander and Peter Tilden, along with experts, newsmakers, and celebrities, in a search for answers to life's most baffling, intriguing, and annoying questions. You know, those things that make you go, really? No, really?
I think there was a 17-year-old in Rhode Island who ran a candidate that was a deepfake.
Really? Wait, that's news to me. That's Really Know Really right there.
Really Know Really.
Listen to Really Know Really on the iHeartRadio app or wherever